screen. I was gonna
did
jump
it.
and come in.
I saw it, man.
Oh, man, he didn't share it with us, Bobby. We just gotta sit there and stare.
What is up, everybody? This is Center in the Saint, episode 49, right, Chad? 49?
Yeah, I was like, wait, are we on 50, bro? Because if we're on fucking 50, it's a big difference. But no, okay, 49.
Episode 49. We got a very special guest on the podcast this week. We got none other than the owner of Calaveras River Farms, the guy that has the beef that you'll need to eat. Mm-hmm. Right, Chad?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. You guys heard us talk about Bobby for a long time now, okay? What Bobby's done, he's been an adventurer his entire life.
His whole life.
And he is funneling his aspirations and his dreams that he's talked to about. I remember being at Chili's with him, and he was telling me about this dream, and he was talking about all of it. He's been off in the Navy, come back, wife, child, traveling the country, traveling a little bit of the world on the open seas, gets out of the Navy, and while he was in the Navy, he was slowly building his dream. Now he's funneling it.
Building it. He was
building it.
Power moves.
And now his ambitions are coming to fruition. It's his birthday. Happy 33rd birthday to Mr. fucking Bobby Curley.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank
Good
you,
man. Hell of a man. Owner of Calaveras River Farms. Badass.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. What's up? How's everyone doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Chad, you look fucking phenomenal over there smoking your cigar.
I had a great half-hour pregame so far, so yes, I'm coming in fucking perfect.
Dave, I always like to see you on a Sunday because I know you're a holy man. So, you do both things. Today. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, blessed be. And then we got Pastor Chad on here, giving us the church of the sinners over here.
And I've been getting into like Christian rock lately.
Yeah, we've been talking about writing a gospel album, Chad. I don't know if you got the word on that.
Yeah.
But
that is the way Cartman says "Go Gold."
The music. I really don't know why I started listening to it, but I heard a couple songs on the radio, and I was like, it's different than all this bro country crap, that I'm listening to.
It's meaningful.
And I could only listen to Led Zeppelin so many times on 104.1, so I have to scroll through the radio sometimes. And, some of those Christian songs, they get you,
They get you all teary-eyed.
When you're driving across the country, 2 stations you can get no matter what.
Mexican.
A sermon and Mexican. That's it. Anywhere you go, you get a Spanish channel. Fucking bop, bop, boom, bop, bop, boom, bop, boom. No matter where the fuck you go. I don't know what antennas they use, but they're the fucking best.
Well, I think there's a reason for it too, because I work out here on the ranch, and we usually have a lot of Mexicans out here working, which I love them. They're great guys, but they're always bumping their music loud as shit, right?
Yeah.
So where there's farms, where there's ranches, where there's orchards out there, they need to listen to the music when they're working.
Everybody does. It makes you work happier. I know it does for me.
Yeah.
There's a thought in your head. Imagine being in a field doing some fucked up work like that. If you don't have music, all you're thinking in your head is, this sucks dick. This fucking sucks. What time is it? It's fucking hot. I'm sweating. I'm itching. The bees are out. This fucking sucks dick. Put on music. Next thing you know, bum, 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 bum.
Have you ever seen people, I'm sure you have, Chad, like people on the job site, they're just miserable, and you can tell they're not listening to anything. They probably don't even listen to music ever. And you're just looking at them, and they're like kind of mumbling to themselves. Like they want to die.
You need to put some music up in that head. Get rid of those thoughts, bro. Stop thinking about killing yourself and just sing a fucking tune.
Or have you asked someone that? Have you ever heard the answer? I really don't listen to music.
Yeah, I hate that.
It blows my fucking
Those people
mind.
are the weirdest motherfuckers that you can imagine.
It's like, so what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so you're driving by yourself.
What goes on in the car when you're by yourself?
Yeah. They're like NPR.
Sermons
or Mexican music. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, one of the stations I found driving across, God, and I fucking loved it. It was like, because when you're in the middle of nowhere too, you always pick up like a super weird local DJ station or something where you could tell. And I got this old, like, he only played like really old, like weird country songs, dude. And it was so sick because the DJ's like, he was in character and shit. And he would say, and it was like this old school country and blues and like all the tracks on the radio sounded like they were coming from a record player on vinyl or something. Like, I like coming across those little gems. And when you're in those areas, you ain't got internet, so you can't like Shazam it and find out what song it is. So it's gone forever, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
Fucked up.
That's the word.
They're talking to like their 6 neighbors too, you know, like
Yeah, that's it. That's
You know?
it. They're broadcasting exactly like
Yeah.
fucking 6 neighbors in 15 miles.
Yeah. You better not throw like any like, you know, Gaga on the radio. You'll fucking lose your job, you know?
Yeah. I bet those jobs are hard to come by there.
Dave would lose his job in those towns because he'd be like, "Oh, let me throw a little JC
I'm gonna give the people what they want, man."
No, Dave would be like, all right, you guys, so I'm gonna throw in this original that I remixed.
It's called Mexico.
Yeah. It's my Justin Timberlake meets Prince meets fucking
auto-tuned.
You know, sometimes auto-tune's your best friend.
You had like reverb on that and everything.
That's what when he tried to say that, dude. I just did it real quick. I'm like, no, you didn't, Dave.
Yeah,
you put a lot of time into that, bro. You put a lot of time into that. You don't just stumble across like making that track, like. You know.
I really did. I didn't put much effort into it. I didn't put much time into it. I just
I don't want to bash Dave on that, you know.
I mean, I was just trying to, you know, kill some time, learn the recording program. I mean, you guys just made me feel like shit. I haven't heard an album from you guys. Either one of you fuckers.
That's not true. I've probably sent more music to you guys.
Yeah, and of everything you've ever recorded in your life, Dave, that was the last one you should have sent out.
Oh man, brutal tonight,
dude. No, when I called Bobby, he's like, dude, you didn't like it? He's like, that shit was hella tight. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, dude, this was really good. And I was like, all right, never mind, bro, never mind. And then he started lying. He fucked with me good. I was like, okay, I guess I'm just an asshole. Never mind.
I could tell that neither one of you guys liked it right off the bat because I fucking sent it to you guys like on Facebook or some shit. And fucking both of you guys read it right away and didn't fucking respond.
No, I want to know who you sent it to first that told you like, yeah, that actually good.
That told you.
It's probably J Dumb Moneymaker.
No, I feel like, was it Amanda? Did you send it to Amanda?
She's like, this is really good, honey. You should send it to the guys.
Like, and then she like walks away and she's like, oh God.
If anybody, it was J Dub Moneymaker.
Because she that's probably what happened.
He's too
positive. She kept listening to him record it, right? And she had to deal with that shit. So then she's like, all right, you should definitely send it to Bobby and Chad. They're gonna love it.
You guys are a bunch of fucking assholes. I see how.
Sorry. Yes, Enrique. Dave still got shitty lighting though. You gotta. I love you. I don't want to turn this into a rag on Dave session. I'm sorry, Dave.
Yeah, ragging on my lighting, ragging on my fucking recording skills, my fucking singing skills. I get it, Chad.
I've never ragged on your singing skills in my life.
I get
never
it.
Ragged on your recording skills. Well recorded. You sung it well. It just wasn't my style.
Plus you took a song that we all wrote together and remixed it.
Yeah,
you know,
in the worst possible fashion that you could have remixed that song.
Yeah.
That's like they make movies about that where there's a super authentic song that's like downcore and they're like, oh my God, people embrace this song because it's so real. And then Hollywood gets a hold of it, brings in Justin Bieber, and then they're like, boom, here you go. And it's like, oh,
I'm pretty sure they kicked out a guy out of the Temptations for doing that kind of shit. You know?
Out of the Temptations, huh?
Or out of like
mini bands.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'll never do it again, guys.
But Dave, you are the heartbeat of Camp 43. So don't ever think that, you know, anything negative
Keep going.
That's it. I mean, I don't know where to go from there. I'm like, don't
Okay.
think anything, you know what I mean? It's just
You're basically telling me like, don't go kill myself, right?
well, I'm just saying if you bounce and you put that on a solo album, you're probably going to catch a 22 to the kneecap. No. Dude, I wish
that or they're gonna really like you in like France or something.
That song drives me crazy still to this day because Trainer's office was next door to Carlos Santana's recording studio. I seen him multiple times. I went in the recording studio multiple other times. I told you guys about this. They were going to let us record anything we wanted. All I had to do is call the guy and go down. And still to this day, Victoria's like, you need to. All I keep thinking about is that song and Carlos Santana's lead guitar. And like, I'm like, that song should be sold to Carlos Santana.
Do you think
straight up?
Do you think that, I mean, that number still works that you got?
No, but the office is still right next door, so I can probably just anytime. Yeah, but I mean, you know, just timing's everything.
How much you think a song like that goes for?
Divine intervention. I don't know, man. I'd be like, yo, who knows? Carlos Santana's so tight. Like, look what he does for people. He will play lead guitar on tracks and then just get a small portion of royalties or anything. But that's what would be tight is the like, look, all I need to do, like, look, we're going to come in. I'm going to get shy. Bobby and Dave are going to do well. I'm going to have to take a couple Vicodins, snort a bump of Coke, drink a little bit of Jack Daniels, and then we'll be good to go. And they're going to be like, that's how we record every day. So,
what's that, Mike?
You know, and then Carlos Santana's going to be like, that's it, bro.
I mean, I feel like they should be cool with that. Carlos Santana, didn't he used to do a bunch of blow back in the day?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he was a big.
You ever see that sad ass video of him with his old bandmate, dude?
Hey, I gotta give a shout out real quick
to
Waterloo, California Waterloo restaurant. They're selling to-go orders for drinks now because in California, if you buy food from the restaurant, you could get to-goes. So they started hooking it up, they do like, all right, so I gotta tell you a story. Erica brings home this spicy margarita, right?
What's a spicy margarita? What's that about?
You might like something like this, Dave, but she opens it up. She's like, here, try this. First thing I see floating on the top is jalapenos.
Hey, how long have we been together?
Yeah, I was like, no. She's like, no, babe, it's good. It's a margarita, but I had her switch vodka in it because I don't do tequila. And I look at her, I'm like, hell no, I'm not drinking this shit. One, it's a vodka margarita. That's as white.
That's not a margarita.
Yeah. And then there's jalapenos on top. You know? So I had her the next night. She brought home this, which is peach iced tea Jack Daniels. So it's Jack Daniels iced tea with peach in it, and it's actually.
I got that from the plate name of it. Yeah.
Thank you. But it's very refreshing. Okay.
Very refreshing.
Fuck yeah, that's cool though. So Waterloo Club is staying open for the takeout thing and everything like that. And she was down there today.
Yeah,
right?
they stopped for a little while, just to get a game plan going, and then they opened back up because, dude, like in that little area of Linden or Stockton, you know, a lot of people that eat that like 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah, people rely on it.
They rely on it, so they open back up. They're getting 900 calls an hour.
Yeah, I believe it. It's a popular place in Linden. I mean, that area, like that whole little Lockford and all that up there, that's where they fucking go, man. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner sometimes.
They're still killing it with sales, so that's good. And, you know, she's still getting...
Doing a lot better than Hobby Lobby, right?
I don't think she really goes to work for the money. I think she goes because it's a good establishment and it's a good place to be and it's good connections. There's lots of people there. I mean, it's a fun restaurant. So it's it's like the login of Linden, you know, it's like a place to go. So
as long as we've known her, it seemed like she always just had a genuine like affection for that place. And that's always cool to see in somebody. You know,
and if I didn't have anything better to do, I'd sit there at the bar all day too, you know, like it's a good place, you know.
Yeah.
And the food is really good. So
fucking A.
They started doing a acoustic night, right, Bobby?
Yeah. Oh,
right before all this quarantine bullshit hit.
I mean, Chad. I think it was Erica's birthday. We went out to Lodi and we went wine tasting at Wine Social. Is that what it is, Dave?
Could be.
Yeah, one of those places downtown Lodi, right? So we're sitting there, and this girl, she's like, trying to tell me about wine, which I know way more than her about wine. So
love you too, Jake. Bless you.
Yeah.
Be blessed.
She goes, yeah, we do live music here, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, do you know any musicians? I'm like, oh, yeah, I play. She's like, oh, great. Write your name down right here. I'm going to get you to play in here. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't say that. I didn't say, So.
What the fuck?
What?
Why didn't you get her to take your name down?
Well, I did. I wrote down the name. I said,
okay.
I said, Dave Pearson. I put Dave's name. And I said, call me anytime I'm willing to play. And I put Dave's number and everything.
Hell
That's
yeah.
one way of doing it. I like it.
Yeah. So, and we scheduled Dave for Waterloo too. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's a bummer that all this fucking shit went down, because I was really looking forward to fucking.
It's not. Look it. Don't look at anything in this negative light, right? This shit's gonna blow over, and we're gonna be in the middle of fucking spring. So I know there's not like a real winter down there or anything. Even here in the valley, it wasn't that bad. But this is the way I look at it. This shit's gonna blow over. We're gonna be right in the middle of the spring, pre-summertime. It's gonna be fucking crazy, dude. I feel like people are gonna be happier than they've ever fucking been.
This
going out as much as they can, enjoying as much as they can, partying, having fun, dancing, just going, fuck it, let's have fun, man.
Yeah.
That's the way I take it anyway.
And it's like I told you,
looking at it.
Supporting the local businesses, this has really opened the eyes to people about like, hey, these businesses have your back.
Well, a key thing, not just businesses having your back, is I think that it also explains a dynamic, and I don't want to get into too much in this, but what I will say is that small business is a backbone of any community. And what you'll find out is, like, as an employee, you might bitch about your employers, all this or that, but then seeing owners go through this struggle, not be able to pay all those employees, as an employee, they should start to understand, shit, I want the businesses to have business. I want them to have everything they can so that we can all have jobs and the community thrives. The heartbeat of the community is those businesses. If they go under, you don't have anything.
Yeah.
Then you just have regulation and all this shit. So like you said, I think that it does open people's eyes to small businesses. It opens people's eyes to being creative as how we can stay in business. And like the takeout thing in general, probably a lot of businesses are going, shit, we could still have this takeout too. You know what I mean? It just expands the horizons,
well, the main
to
thing
me
specifically that I see is that, for food and agriculture and stuff like this, right? And we've talked about this for many, many times about when you try to feed the entire country with your business, it's not very realistic. And something that happens like this where people are buying the shelves out, you can't provide for the whole country when they're feeling that, but your neighbor, your farmer down the road has everything that you need. Maybe for, a couple of dollars extra, but it's there.
Well, you begin to understand where you're spoiled. Like if you're in fucking South Dakota, seafood is not indigenous.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're not about to get a bunch of seafood, but what you're going to get a lot of is what's indigenous to the area. Mm-hmm. And that's where you start to respect what's locally grown. The greed, as we spoke, is, oh, I want my fucking everything I have here to go to, 3,000 miles away. Well, you have to do a lot of things to make it last long enough to do that, to preserve it long enough to do that, and all those things which diminish the product in an effort to greedily supply others. So in a pandemic like this, not only do you realize, like you said, what support having chickens is a big deal. You know how many people are calling everybody with chickens around here? You know how many people are getting sick going, oh shit, who's picking elderberries for elderberry extract? Who's, all of a sudden that becomes very real. It turns the community back into somewhat of a village. You have kids get back out of school. They're not going to daycare. All of a sudden you start to realize how important it is to have a parent around to watch your own kids. You know, there's a lot of pulling back from the hustle and bustle of the everyday world, and all of our like external just fucking amenities that we've grown so accustomed to and taken for granted. They've all been stripped away. And then at its core, as a family, you get to sit in your home and figure out how you're going to
entertain each other.
Not just how you're going to pay a bill. If you're going to postpone a bill, who's going to do the paperwork to do that? Who's going to make the phone calls? Who's going to be able to do that? How are we going to handle this? How are we going to survive through this? Are we going to have meat? Are we going to have eggs? What are we going to eat? Or is somebody in the family that needs to eat 6 plates a night still going to eat 6 plates a night? You going to do that when you ain't got no food, motherfucker? Or are you going to understand that maybe you should dial it back a little bit, motherfucker?
Well,
Share a little bit.
We have tons of beautiful eggs right now. Which in the future will be for sale. You know, we'll be doing a lot of local.
Well, you got to build it. You got to build it, right?
Well, we got them. I mean, they're there.
Yeah.
We have enough. We have enough for sale right now. If we wanted to sell to the public, we would have enough. The problem is that's the problem. If you put a price on it, people will get greedy and overbuy them right now. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's more rewarding to just give them to people that I know who appreciate them than letting someone buy 6 dozen who would never fucking eat eggs in their life. You know, all of a sudden it's an eggs at a shortage. You want to buy eggs.
Well, business wise, that's the best advertisement you could ever do in your life. People are going to remember in times like this who helped.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Who said you got to give me $200, and who said, hey, don't worry about it right now. We all need eggs.
And I've straight up told people that want to buy them. They said, "Can I buy an extra dozen?" I'm like, "No." You know, it's not like that. Tell me if you're buying them because you actually want to eat them and you want to feed your family and that's the only thing you want to eat, okay. But if you're buying them just because you're scared that they're going to run out and you don't ever eat eggs anyways, it's like.
I was talking to a business owner the other day, and I mean, he even posted this thing on social media and stuff, telling elderly people that were following, that were reading it, that if they needed anything picked up for them or grocery shopping or anything done, that, I mean, they were more than willing to do that. And I mean, that's a business owner that's, I mean, probably losing money doing that, but still being there for his community in a time where, you know, people need it.
It's truly a time like that's what it's so thankful when you see those spirits and those personalities speak out like that. What Bobby's saying, what that owner's saying. And it's a time in general where it's like, it really shows where it's like, look, dude, I can, if you make hella money right now, where are you going to spend it?
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Like it kind of slows that aspect down of it a little bit. Like in all reality, man, fuck, dude, we just all want to make sure we're fed. Like I don't want to come home and feed my family fucking hella steaks and then look at my neighbor trying to figure out where the fuck to eat and they're hella hungry.
Yeah. Doesn't make you feel better about yourself, huh?
No, it does not. Like, not at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a prime example of where you could have everything and you walk down the street, right? I don't know, whatever you guys are in California. I don't know if you guys are allowed to walk down the street there. I don't know. I'm throwing cheap shot. But, but no, seriously. But like, so you walk down the street and then you know, everyone's miserable. Like, that fucking sucks, dude. I'd rather like, you know, share a little bit of everything. Like everybody a little bit. It works a little better when everybody's just putting a little more out there, you know, like, you know, I don't know.
There's been a lot of people talking about like Nextdoor app and, you know, like neighbors being out there for like, if you have an infant and you need diapers or wipes or something, we'll come drop them off on your porch. And a lot of stuff like that we're seeing humans be humans again. And, you know, having that one-on-one connection with people and realizing that we're all in this to survive together. You know?
Yeah. I never, for that, I never was worried or scared about diapers or wipes or anything
like that. True. We talked about it.
If there's ever a major issue in the country or anything, I always think back to like, what did they do back before this was made?
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
I would wipe her. I would, you know, put her in cloth or whatever. I would make sure she was clean. I wouldn't just be like, I saw a video of some lady, she taped like a Tupperware underneath her baby. She was like, this is what happens when there's no diapers. It's like,
yeah, it was retarded. Like, wow,
like,
I'm sorry. Yeah, go to a fucking Christmas play once and watch baby Jesus be swaddled.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. There you fucking go. There's
Exactly.
it's called, you know, I mean, but like that. Like you can tell people that have had no real world experience. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I've taken a shit in the mountains and wiped with leaves.
Yeah.
It wasn't that
I mean,
fucking bad.
You
And
could
sometimes
fucking
you didn't even wipe.
yeah.
Yeah,
You could
that's
be
true, too.
dirty. You could
just
be
go to the
dirty.
creek. You just go to the creek and splash a little on back there and rub
Yeah,
it on
just
later, you know.
Shake your booty around a little bit in the
And
the
then
pond.
wash it on off in the creek and get the water upstream.
Yep.
But
one time we were camping with some friends and somebody was bathing in the water and a condom floated upstream. It was really fucking disgusting.
Where you
you're
camping?
fucking stupid.
You camping at Lost Isle or something?
Nah.
I've been on some float trips with both of you motherfuckers, and I ain't gonna say shit other than that.
You know,
Oh,
if
man.
Sam, Mr. Sam Sickian was watching right now,
What's
he
up,
really-
Sam?
it was pretty funny. He opened my eyes to a float one time, but you know, there's a river out here, the Calaveras River, that flows right through the property. And I came out here one time, and he said, "You know what? He's like, from now on, I float naked." And there was some people with us, and I was like, you know, maybe I'll just, you know, I'll let you start off naked, and maybe I'll just like float normally, and if I'm up to it, maybe I'll see how it is, you know. And so
I have.
so about halfway down, I'm like, you know what, I'll try it, you know. Probably the best float I've ever had in my life. I mean, if you think about how
Dude,
exuberating.
it's amazing.
Dude, it's people don't like I'm not big on clothes anyway.
Yeah.
Like I walk around my house naked all the time. Like it kind of sucks because then I'm like, okay, maybe Victoria's lost a lot of sex appeal in that regard to seeing my naked body because she just sees it all the time, bending over, hairy butthole. You know, I trim that up now, but there's a freedom to being naked, man. Like,
Yeah, something about it.
I'll tell you guys the truth. I'm gonna tell the world listeners a secret right now. I have like Canada. I like I said, I wasn't drinking for 4 months, and I would meditate a lot up there, and I took Epsom salt baths almost every fucking night before like the work schedule got too crazy. But bro, just meditating, floating in a shitload of salt water, and like breathing in and breathing out, and you know your shit go ooh, ooh. You know what I'm saying? It was very, very freeing, is what I'll say. So
Did you ever get turned on by yourself from just the sway of the water? You know?
Fuck yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Right now.
The only thing is that like if
You gotta learn
like,
some
at
tantric
night-
shit, bro.
At nighttime, I say you're in a lake or a river and you're skinny dipping at night. You
Yeah.
have to watch out because you don't know what's gonna come up and grab you. You know, like some there's something floating in there. And
Yeah.
if you're hanging on the side of a dock or something, you're gonna watch out. You know?
Hey, Bobby, remember when I couldn't get out of the water in Alpine?
Yeah. That was
What?
we skinny dipped at Lake Alpine and we ran back to the cabin.
I could not
Chad,
climb up this dock, dude.
Chad couldn't get out of the dock for some reason, and you know he has that look on Chad's face where he's like, "What the fuck's wrong with this dock?" Like it's not like not him, like something like the angle was off. Like,
It wasn't my fault.
He's like, "What the fuck? This architect built this shit so crooked, I can't even get out of." You know, like it was. But
That was
because he was trash. Chad was just trash, you know.
I was trash, and I'm gonna expand on it. That was when I was doing the only cycle I've ever really done. That was about a month before Idaho when I couldn't balance walking up the fucking log.
Yeah,
because my neck and my shoulders. So I was so pissed. I'm like hanging on the end of the dock. I'm like, you fucking motherfucker.
I think the bad part was like he was trying before I got out, and I swam up, and I just got out hell quick.
He's like up on the road. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
dude?
Bobby though. Bobby will make you feel like shit. He'll get up so easily. I remember one time we were out on the Delta. We were at Windmill Cove, and we were fucking pretty hammered. But they pushed me in the water for something, and they would not let me get back up out of the water, dude.
There's actually a volleyball course in the back.
Yeah. And they pushed me off, and I'm like, "Hey guys, like, let me get the fuck up. I'm getting tired out here."
Yeah,
and
and that's a nasty ass delta.
Yeah, and it's right by the gas pumps where they pump all the gas.
Yeah.
So I'm swimming. I'm trying to swim and get up, and every time they'd go and throw me back or step on my hands, it was horrible. I thought I was gonna drown that day.
It made you a better man.
It does. It does.
What you drinking,
Oh
Dave?
my god.
I'm drinking this Moscato from Trader Joe's.
Okay.
I'm already this far into the bottle.
It's a
Good
sweet
shit.
Moscato's a pretty sweet wine.
It's pretty sweet. It goes down pretty quick.
See, he didn't learn
what
much.
you sipping on, Chad? You finished that box wine. What are you drinking now?
Oh, okay. I'm into I had more earlier, but Blackstone Merlot.
Blackstone. Is that from California? Yeah, Blackstone Vineyards, right?
They got it up here. Yeah. Yeah, a Campo. Wow.
Yeah. Campo. Erica's been taking horse riding lessons in a Campo.
Oh, that's where the video's been coming from?
Shit. Okay.
I seen you Snapchat or something. Her mom and dad were on horses.
Yeah, for her birthday, I took her to get horse riding lessons, and her mom and dad came with us, and I got them on horses. And then the whole thing was I was going to take her, get her, do her first lesson, and then sign her up for like a month's worth of lessons afterwards. Well, it turned into that she loves it. Now she goes every Tuesday, and now she's getting Bree into it too. She's already like pole bending. She's working some barrels. It's at this place called WJ Cutting Horses in Ocampo. Mr. West, he's an old man. He's just probably one of the best horse trainers there is around here. They're amazing. Amazing people.
That's so fucking tight, dude.
But they specialize in cutting horses. Cutting horses are used for cattle. They cut cattle. Usually when you're separating cattle and calves. So we want to get a cutting horse soon so we can get working on the ranch. And dude, she's been going. She's been loving it. So
that's fucking tight. And hey, you got a new dog. So how do you train that dog? Yeah. How is that working out?
So we got an Italian Maremma sheepdog. It's a livestock guardian dog.
Looks fucking badass.
Yeah.
Probably one of the oldest continuous breeds in the world for dogs. They were used by the Romans back in Roman times to take care of their sheeps.
Bobby always has something cool as fuck about his dog or something.
He is gonna make this ranch like as legit as it gets.
Yeah,
so
bro.
Sick.
He's gonna have tigers and fucking.
Listen, I don't cut corners, and when it comes to tradition, I want it as traditional and authentic as possible.
That's tight.
And that's everything about the farm and the products we have is going to be as authentic and traditional, historical as it gets. You know, Scottish Highlands are the first registered cattle breed in the world. They were the first registered cattle breed in the world, and their breed, their genetics are far superior to any breed out there. But back to the dog. We got the dog because we have chickens out here, and we've already had about 2 of them picked off by coyotes, and we want to free range them so they can free range. We're trying to create an ecosystem out here that not like some hippie ecosystem that these.
It's okay. You could the word has a meaning without them fucks ruining it.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Like a lot of organic stuff has been hijacked by hipsters and hippies and stuff like that. Kind of like bluegrass, kind of hijacked for a while. But there's true authenticity to this stuff, and what everything works in an ecosystem is you guys being hunters. Chad knows that firsthand. That when something comes in, it changes what's going on, or you pull something out, it changes it.
Mm-hmm.
So the chickens are supposed to be out there to eat the bugs off the cow patties, which creates less flies. They also eat grass and scratch at the ground and put their manure in and get that stuff growing. We have California red sheep coming out, which are a breed that was created at UC Davis back in the 70s, I believe. They took 2 sheep.
Are they actually red?
Yeah. And they're actually really cool. So they're a breed that was created in California specifically for the climate of California. and it turned out better than they ever could have.
Are you able to get wool off them or
So
that's tight.
I think wool, I'm not too big into it. I just know I really like them.
Do you have to? Sorry.
I've done a lot of research on them, but so I'm pretty sure they grade wool kind of like silk, like in different grades of like a double A or a triple A or quality of silk. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but this wool that comes off the California red sheep is like as high as it gets.
Are you gonna try to like put that out there, or are you just because don't you have to like trim sheep regardless because of heat and everything? You just have to trim them regardless whether you sell the wool or not.
The cool thing about this California red sheep is they're bred to have a shedding breed
gene.
So some of the true California red sheep will actually shed their coat down to
That's crazy.
Down to bare undercoat. So it's they crossed. I believe they crossed. Yeah, there you go. There's California red sheep. The babies come out like pure red, and then they grow this nice thick wool on top. Their meat is excellent. So lamb.
Anybody else getting turned on?
Lamb is fucking amazing. If you like high quality meat, lamb is as good as it gets. Lamb lollipops seared on a grill.
What's a lamb lollipop, bro?
They take the loin like similar to like a fillet of a cow, but they take the loin and it has little rib ends on it, and they cut them into little lollipops, and you sear them on both sides, and it's like this little eye of a fillet, basically, of a lamb.
I had one of those in Florida with you,
yes,
right?
Exactly. Remember
at that nice ass restaurant.
That restaurant I took you. Those were
with the mac and cheese with the crumbles on the top. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What part of a lamb is a lamb chop? Where does that come from?
I don't know. Lamb chops suck.
The chops, bro.
My mom likes lamb chops, bro.
Yeah, every my mom likes lamb chops too.
Shake and bake lamb chops, bro.
Yeah. That was the 90s meal.
Lamb chops and applesauce. Like it's a very old school meal. But I wouldn't say lamb chops are the good cut of the meat. More like a shank. A shank's okay.
My mom, she used to love when my dad wasn't home. She's like, I got me some lamb chops. Your dad's not home tonight, so I'm gonna cook me some shake and bake lamb chops.
Trevor says we're making him hungry as fuck.
Making him hungry as fuck.
But I'm telling you, lamb lollipops is like the fillet or like the backstrap, the tenderloin of a fucking lamb.
Okay.
And California red sheep produce some really badass meat. And so between the California red sheep, we got two ewes, which are females, coming on April 24th, I believe. Nice. And then we got Highland cattle, which create the most tender beef you could ever have in your life.
So you're gonna breed these red sheep, and you're gonna fucking you're gonna breed them and eat them, right?
Yeah, we're gonna breed them and eat them. But it's just another part of the system out here.
Yeah.
The sheep will eat certain things that the cattle won't eat. The chicken will eat certain things on the pasture, and so you get them all working together. You need something. You need something to protect them, and that's why we got these sheepdogs. And he's gonna be a big boy. His dad's over 200 pounds.
Ooh, wow.
His paws are already the size of my fist.
Yeah.
And his job is to be out there with them, sleep with them, be out there all night, and protect them from coyotes and none of that.
How old is he right now, Bobby?
He's 11 weeks.
11 weeks old. Man,
he's already fucking big too. I didn't know he's only 11 weeks, bro.
He already feels like a 45 plate. Like he's heavy.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
My mom's beagle's like 4 months old.
Yeah. But the cool thing about these dogs is that they protect everything that they know. So neighbors, dogs, cats, humans out here, like, I doubt it would ever happen, but my biggest fear would be, like a coyote or a fucking mountain lion snatching up my 7-month-old daughter, Like, yeah, I know it wouldn't happen, but it happens some places. I'm not saying I'm living in fear, Chad. I know you're looking at me like that. I'm not living in fear, okay?
There ain't no fear in Bobby, you mother.
I didn't say a fucking word, dude.
I know what you're thinking. Oh, my dad fucking put me in the mountains. Let me come back with fucking elk cart.
Yeah. It was pitch black.
Yeah.
All I had was a buck knife and a fucking bow.
Yeah. I came back scared. He said that was only a black bear, you little bitch. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Chad.
I'm just listening to the story.
You never just listening, Chad.
Yeah, no, there's always bullshit going on. The 80% he's keeping in, remember?
But so we got some cool shit going out here. We got heritage breed chickens that Dave and Amanda can tell you produce some of the best eggs I've ever had.
Absolutely.
Just amazing shit. They're organically fed, which means
dude, those eggs, something about them tastes completely fucking different, dude. They're so like hearty and filling.
Yolks.
Yeah, dude.
Our neighbors, when we lived on Murata, they had chickens, and it wasn't like free range or nothing. They just had fucking chickens right there, and they would bring up, dude, they're the best fucking eggs ever. Like, I don't know what the fuck a store does to them to get them, but they ain't the same eggs that come out of chicken's ass. Well, look at
Bobby said they're really
else,
young too. That was another thing about them, right? The hens that are laying them, or
no, well, the hen's only good for like 3 years or something.
Yeah,
right?
they've been 3 years. Yeah,
yeah.
So the color on the eggs, I guess Eric was saying that they come out darker colored first, and then towards the end of their life they get a little lighter. But we have some different. It's just all in their diet, dude. Like I give them everything that they would need and some. So they get omegas, they get seed, they get grass, they get bugs, they get free oyster shells that's good, high in calcium. We put apple cider vinegar in their water because it helps with their stomachs and cleaning their blood. So they get a lot of shit that just helps them,
Yeah. That's pretty tight.
And it makes them taste good. They taste fucking really good.
And you're basically giving them everything they would naturally get, in the wild.
And
right? I guess.
And this is just a temporary thing because I have them in a different coop than I'm going to have them in. But pretty soon they're going to be free range completely. Right now they're semi free range because they're still in like a coop. But, it's like a 45-foot coop. It's huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the future, they're just gonna be free ranging on pasture with cows and sheep.
Yeah.
So
I hope to God you get like one like calf where like one rooster just chills on his back all the time. And it's like, yo, they're buddies, bro. We can't break them up. And like it's just like, fuck, dude, that's Bill and Jack. They just fucking hang out, bro.
Well, the cool thing when I got this dog, we went out to the farm to get this dog out in Prather. It's out in the mountains of Clovis, like way out there off of near Fresno, but out in the mountains, right? Fucking beautiful spot. But he said that they're surrounded by a nature preserve out there where it's just loaded with mountain lions. And so they have goats. Like they have all these goats and rabbits, and they said they've never lost an animal ever because of these dogs. And he said most of the time you can see the dogs, they'll just be sleeping with a calf or like a sheep. They'll just at nighttime, during the day they'll just be sleeping because at nighttime they're up all night, protecting the animals. So it's pretty
and goats don't fuck around, bro. They're fucking bad.
Who told you that?
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
That's a good joke.
I feel like my son did because he's all goat bad. I'm like, at least you know that, motherfucker.
Oh man. So Bobby, another thing you were telling me is you wanted to potentially do like ostriches and ostrich eggs,
Emus?
right? Is that what they're called? Where's Bobby?
Is he there?
Did we lose him?
I was about to put a log on the fire. I don't know if it froze.
I think
you
we
have
lost him.
My screen is him just like full screen. I can't even see you, Dave. I don't know what happened on the last one.
You can't even see me, huh?
Oh, I can type to write a message. No, I can't see you. I was gonna put on log on fire real quick because it just fucking like snapped into cold in my shop.
Oh, here we go.
Whoa, it's all black now. He gonna have to call back in. There he is. Okay, I'm gonna put a log on the fire.
I don't know what happened.
He's back.
So what'd you say, Dave?
I said you were talking about having some like ostriches and shit out there, right? Or quails.
Yeah, originally, we were trying to tap into as high quality stuff as possible, and quail eggs were always something on my radar as being like a really high delicacy. But when
I
it
didn't
came
know
to,
if they fit into your like ecosystem that you're trying to build or something, though. That's why I
yeah,
was asking about it.
yeah, sure. I mean, like it, any natural.
Oh, what? We lost him again. I'm sorry, you guys. We have lost Chad and Bobby. Oh man, he's gone. Chad's putting logs on the fire. He hasn't left me or forsaken me. We still got Pastor Chad, and Bobby's coming back. He's coming into the staging area right now. 3, 2, 1. Bobby's here. He hopefully he quits and leaving us.
I don't know what's going on. But
He's out on ranch, guys. So for our listeners that are listening along on Facebook, Bobby's cell phone service and Wi-Fi probably isn't the best.
well, the Wi-Fi guy told me it's gonna be good. It is usually pretty good, but
You got Comcast?
I got no, I got Frontier. It's the only thing come out here.
Frontier. Yeah, there was a weird one like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, any animal will add something to the ecosystem or to the the environment out here. But it's just the balance is what you want.
So ideally, are you trying to keep all of the animals together, like coinciding with each other? Is that what your main goal is?
Yeah. So, I mean, other than there's gonna be some times where I separate calves out, separate the bulls out, the males, the steers, and stuff like that. But and finishing pastures, non-finishing pastures, sacrifice pastures. Sacrifice pastures, or you put them in an area, let them eat it down. That way, everything else grows.
And it comes back better and healthier, right?
Yeah, but you have to have a pasture that you sacrifice a little bit, too, and you feed them a little bit on top of that. But ultimately, I'm impressed with the way things are growing out here and the grasses that are growing. There's types of legumes out here which are like alfalfas, vetch, clover, and stuff like that, which are
full of like different vitamins and nutrients and things like that, right?
But most importantly, they're like 45% protein. It's like a protein shake for your cattle.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you can't buy that.
you can't buy that, and it's hard to grow it. And if you want it, well, you could buy it. It's just gonna be expensive shit.
Yeah.
You have to buy alfalfa, but you're not gonna buy clover hay. I mean, maybe somewhere, but you're not gonna buy vetch hay and stuff like this. That is really, really good for them. So, and it grows naturally out here everywhere.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
This environment out here, the land is. I mean, there's not going to be a cattle in the world that tastes better than mine.
Oh, yeah, and the thing about yours is it's going to be more of a natural thing. So, like, you're not going to have all that fucking. When you taste store-bought meat, it's fucking like bland as fuck. Like it literally tastes like there's no flavor to it.
It is, and the reason for that is they're young. They're young steers. So most steers are processed just barely over a year old. Highlands and a lot of grass-fed growers don't process till they're almost 3. And the only way to get that good beef flavor is from an older animal. If you look at veal, what color is veal? It's like a light pink. Sometimes white. That's because it's such a young animal. The meat hasn't gotten anything in it yet. So you want flavorful beef? Yeah, they have to be a little bit older.
Yeah.
The
big I mean the big time farmers, they're producing so much. I mean, it makes sense for them why they're doing it that way. Like
and there's a myth there's a myth out there, and the public is really just, they're lost about a lot of it. Meat doesn't need fat to taste good. It doesn't. If you look at, let's just take Joe Rogan for instance. You see his elk that he cuts up,
Yeah.
right? Post that
all the time.
I'll take that any day over
Yeah.
a Kobe
Yeah.
cube of straight fat. Flavorful beef is not always visible, and tender beef is not always visible. So there's stuff called intramuscular fat, which is something you could see in humans too, but in between the muscle fibers, there's actually fat that's not
That's
visible.
what I got. Intermuscular fat,
Yeah.
right?
And Highland beef, no. But Highland beef has more of that than any other animal because of their long coat. Their hair insulates their body. So normally cattle have a big fat cap on their outside of their carcass. Highland don't have that because they have insulation from their hair. So a lot of fat is spread out intramuscular, similar to like wild game.
Yeah.
You know? Wild game is not always tough, and if it's cooked right and if it's a healthy animal, it's gonna be tender as shit. So.
Yeah. So how do you keep up with, like, maintaining the land that they're on, and how do you make sure that they're getting what they need as far as if any veterinary stuff comes up, and how do you make sure to keep a healthy ranch, like a environment in the ranch? You don't want a bunch of disease spreading around or a bunch of things going on. How do you keep it contained?
Well, honestly, a lot of it is your breed that you're working with. Highland cattle are specifically known for their hardiness and their resistance to a lot of disease, which is the reason why they've made it so many years, without being crossbred or bred out or something like that. Most of these other breeds, they've been crossbred or bred out so many times. Like Herefords, Angus, they all used to have horns. They don't have horns anymore.
Yeah,
It's all
changed over
different.
time.
Highlands are truly still the same breed that they've always been.
Yeah.
But their claim to fame is how tough they are, how resistant they are, and how they need minimal interaction with their rancher to do good.
And yours, I've been around them. They're all really nice. Like, you can intermingle with them. Like, none of them are super crazy to where they're attacking you or charging at you. I mean, they're all like really mellow, timid.
Absolutely.
I mean, they seem happy.
That directly correlates to tender beef. You get high strung animals and you slaughter a high strung animal. Chad knows this. A high strung animal is going to have that
adrenaline,
that fast twitch muscle fiber that makes for tough meat.
If you gotta kill them quick.
Calm, relaxed, an old calm, relaxed milk cow, it's going to be some tender beef. Okay, calm, relaxed beef cattle are always going to be more tender than those high twitch, crazy Angus breaking through fences and kicking you in the face.
That's why, like, the principle of that is like veal. Like, they go, oh shit, like veal's, they'll keep like a baby pretty much in a cage to where they cannot move at all. So it's so soft and tender. Now that same principle, like that's, that is what it is. But the same principles, like if you have relaxed ranching free range cattle, they're not running from predators. They're not freaking out. They're not getting hunted. They're not running from shit. So they have like just this natural, delicious muscle. And like Bobby introduced me to my first grass-fed beef ever. And I was like, fuck, dude, this kind of tastes like, it was similar to like a good, well-kept cow elk. Like it was very similar, and then you think about up here, the elk mostly eat, they got a certain bush they love a lot, but I mean, they're just eating natural. It's not corn and all this other shit. You realize real quick, it's like fucking, they call like acorn deer or whatever, deer that fucking just live on acorns and all that other shit, or mule deer that just eat sagebrush, antelope that eat sagebrush. They don't taste that fucking good. It's because what they're eating, and then they're running and it's tough or anything like that. So it's like moose. Moose is so fucking good because they ain't in a hurry for shit.
Yeah.
They're just fucking.
Yeah,
they fucking taste amazing.
Yeah.
And there's obviously you could still finish grass-fed beef, So there's ways to do it,
to
like
fatten them up at the end or
well,
whatever. Yeah.
that and the flavor profile is gonna be different based on what they're eating, like you said. But if you have high amounts of green grass,
I'm back.
you know, high amounts
ADD.
of, you know, we talk about beta carotene and vitamin A and stuff like that. That's what gives that yellow fat. That yellow fat you see on a true grass-fed steak is from green grass. You know, if you have a grass-fed steak that doesn't have yellow fat, it's not eating green grass. It could be grass-fed. It's mainly probably just eating hay, you know, which is still considered green grass. So you have, I mean, not green grass, grass-fed. So you have to balance it. To me, for my cattle, what I always do is I make sure that they're eating everything that they need to have normal digestion and getting as much out of that digestion as possible, because cows are, you know, ever seen Casper, the movie Casper?
Yeah.
You know when that ghost eats all that food and it just goes right through him and just shits
Yeah.
on the floor?
Yeah.
That is the same thing with cattle.
That's the last fucking analogy I would have ever imagined in my
I
life
wasn't
for you
ready
to
for
bust
that,
out of
yeah.
nowhere. I'm like,
You ever seen
is this?
Casper?
I was like, this fool just went to Casper. Like, all right,
Well,
but
right,
brilliant,
I'll
brilliant.
make connections. So that's what happens to
That's a
cows.
good teacher.
Yeah.
So we call it, their feed is too hot. We say it's too hot. It's too hot if it goes right through them. It's running hot. Kind of like,
I have a lot of hot food.
Your truck, your car is running hot. There's too many fumes coming out. It's hot. Right?
I've seen the cattle they studied this shit on, and that part's fucked up.
Yeah,
It's crazy shit to see. Yeah.
Yeah. So ultimately, what I'm trying to do is make sure that they're eating everything possible to make sure that they're digesting as much of that feed and taking that and growing meat. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if I'm feeding them stuff that's going to go through them, that's not going to equal pounds of meat.
Yeah.
It has to stick to them. So it's a balance of getting them enough protein, enough energy, because that's what they call the dry matter is like energy. They call it energy. High energy stuff would be like your straw, your cereals, your dry
mushrooms,
right? And stuff like that. But that would be energy to them, and that's what creates more fat. Okay.
If they don't use it, it just gets stored as fat cells, right? I mean, that's like a human body. Like you get all this energy, you don't use it, carbs, boom, fat.
It's basically their carbs. Yeah, exactly. It's basically their carbs. If you only give them green grass, they're basically like only eating salmon every day. It's only eating high quality.
They're going to be incredibly lean,
but not have. And they're going to taste incredibly lean. You know what I'm saying? They're going to taste.
Yeah, and lean is not flavorful. Yeah,
they're going to taste rich, right?
Yeah, it's flavorful.
But so when people grass-fed finish, they actually finish them on high energy feed, which is like their carbs, and that's what gives them a little bit more fat. I mean, you know, so. I'm just breaking down to you, this is why I was saying.
I know. I fucking walked into a fucking knowledge storm. Yeah. Took me a while. I was stoking a fire, then I had to go outside and pee for a little bit, touch myself, come back, fucking pissed on my hand. I was like, God damn it, we're in the middle of an epidemic. I gotta wash my hands right now. I didn't.
Pee is sterile too, so.
Huh? That's kind of the way I felt. I'm like, oh, that's good. It's my pee,
Now I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Dave, I can't see you on the screen still. What's up? I don't know about the listeners. So if anybody's still watching or commenting, what do you see? Dave went to the bathroom too. It's just me and now I'm on the screen. What's up, motherfucker? Check it out, you guys. So I went over to my fridge. Okay, I got a water because it's important to stay hydrated. I got a couple beers because it's important to maintain that. Poured a glass of wine because it's important to maintain that. That's what I'm talking about. This is it. Hope everybody's out there having a good time. This is where I look at everything. Everybody's finding out a lot right now about each other, about themselves. My life personally, shit, ain't slowed down, but I realize I've been quarantined for 2 fucking weeks. So everybody that's out there, this is the way I feel like. We're going to come out of this fucking strong as fuck, ready to go. All these kids, man, I hope they just go to the next grade. Fuck summer school or any of that shit. I don't know what's going on. I feel like every state's different. Let the kids just fucking go to the next grade. Fuck it. You got out. You're going to read about the shit in history books for some fucking reason.
I'm with
You know
that.
what I'm
Go to
saying?
the next grade. Fuck it.
Go to the next grade. Fuck it.
Yep.
That's
Amanda's
it.
a
I don't give a
teacher.
fuck.
I feel like everybody fucking goes to the next grade.
Done. No fucking extra. Let's not spend a bunch of money on a bunch of bullshit. Whatever you didn't, I promise, whatever you didn't learn in 2 months, you probably weren't going to fucking learn anyway.
Yep. They were already checked out anyway.
Dave, I'm staring at a wall. I can't see you. All I see is Bobby's wall. You gotta.
There's Bobby right there.
I see but I can't see you. What's going on? What happened to the split screen between you and Bobby?
I see Dave.
I think we're all here, right?
Beer helped me pass my hydration piss test for college wrestling.
Oh,
there you go.
Mr. Trevor, I have a lot of history about that too. So
yeah, Bobby was wrestling, Trevor.
Yeah, we for college for our hydration test, we would our trainer would always have to do our hydration test, and we were all pretty close to weight. So first year, what we did is we drank a bunch of vodka.
Not everybody was close to weight, Trevor. Bobby wrestled in a weight as to which he did not have to cut.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but for hydration, you still want to get as low as you can. So you can wrestle as low as you can, right? Yeah. So what? So Mr. Benny Garcia, you know Benny?
I remember Benny. I remember
I know Benny.
Party starting fights.
Mr. Benny Garcia. Benny, if you're listening.
I see Benny start like 4 fights in one night. Yeah, I'll never forget Benny.
Great friend of mine. But Benny, he was a JUCO. You there? You guys there?
I'm here, man. I'm looking at you right now. I'm looking at you dead in the eyes. I can't see Dave.
I can only see Dave.
Well, you can only see Dave. I don't know what Dave's got. He's got the control board.
No, he's high. Look at him.
I don't know.
Yeah, I said him
what's
take
going
a fat
on your guys'
dab
side.
or something. He did some kind of weird smoking of the weed I ain't never seen.
Yeah, Benny came up to us and was like, "Hey, I heard about this from Stephen Abbas, who Stephen Abbas was a 3-time NCAA champion." He's like, "Just drink some vodka." So we got a handle of vodka for the team. And we drank it before our hydrations because you know what happens when you drink alcohol? It makes you piss clear.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You lose all
I
your water.
I never thought about it like that.
Well, do you ever piss yellow after you've been drinking?
No.
Maybe the next day.
It's always water, right?
Depends. The Asparagus Festival.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, we passed.
Yeah.
And then
what is the hydration test exactly though? Like I don't get it. Like I thought they're supposed to test how much water you have in you.
Okay, so you're supposed to.
So they would just see if you're clear or not. Like make sure you're not coffee brown dehydrated piss or whatever.
Well, you have to be hydrated, and then they weigh you, and then they tell you how far you can drop to wrestle at a weight class. So if you want to say like Benny would drop 25 pounds to wrestle at 41s. From 165. So he would drop from 65 to 141. And the only way he was able to do that was weighing in closer to like 150. Right? But he has to be fully hydrated. And so what
defines fully hydrated? That's what I'm saying. Clear piss?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically clear piss. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was at.
Chart?
Yeah.
You ever seen the color chart? Like you're dehydrated.
No, I just know when I'm dehydrated as fuck, I'm pissing like straight up soda. Yeah.
No, you have to like
Mountain Dew
have
color.
clear piss to be hydrated.
That's what I'm saying. When I'm dehydrated, I piss like soda.
Yeah, exactly.
My dad's the one that told me that because I've done just me. I've done a lot of stupid shit. So.
Mm-hmm. The other way they do it is they take like actual fat measurements. They'll like pinch your fat and stuff,
and see when your color comes back.
no, like use like calipers and shit and like measure. I don't know how to do that, but they measure how much you could, how much weight you can cut and still be healthy. They don't want people cutting like 30 pounds. So if you weigh in at say 170 and you're like, dehydrated, they're not going to let you cut down to 140. Guys,
so he, in other words, like Benny would cut weight for the pre-weight weigh-in to determine how much he could cut from that point. Yeah. And if you drank vodka, he'd piss clear. So they're like, oh, you're obviously well hydrated.
Exactly. So he cut weight to get down and then drank vodka to piss clear. Yeah. So they can say, oh, you're hydrated. You can cut more now. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was trying to get through right there. So I was like, good thing.
After that, we figured out there was urinals. They would make us pee in a cup. You know, Chad loves peeing in cups. He loves that shit. You know, like
Gatorade bottles are my favorite, but anyway.
No, yeah, Chad loves peeing in cups after fights. You know, he just loves that stuff. Right on.
Fucking dick.
Let's hear the story.
I couldn't piss for like fucking 3 hours, dude. Fuck.
Chad held up the after party because he couldn't
Dave,
piss.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Gone, man.
You guys can't hear me?
I don't know what happened. What if I drag mine up there?
He's trying to talk.
I'm here
on the microphone.
You could see him?
Yeah, he's just.
I can't hear Dave. I can't see Dave. I got no Dave in my life right now. It's just
I'm out, huh?
No, Dave's there. I don't know who he's talking to, but he's talking.
I'm talking to you guys.
He's fucking with buttons, bro.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Anyways, what we would do is we would stick our cup. We'd flush the toilet, like, because someone was in front of you. So we'd walk up like it's our piss test, and we'd flush the toilet, and we'd stick the cup in, and we'd just fill the cup up with the flush water.
That's that makes sense. Yeah.
And then we'd act like we're peeing into it, and then turn around and just hand them a cup of water, and we passed. So that's what we did, Trevor. That's what we did.
Little slick misdirection. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fuck that CSAC dude going in there just staring at my dick the whole fucking time. Fuck you, faggot.
Yeah,
can you guys hear me at all?
Serious about it too. They weren't.
Well, it's like, dude. Well, I'm like, yo, check it out. First of all, they want to collect. I'm like, I just got choked unconscious in a minute. Like, if I cheated, it didn't matter, motherfucker. Like, let me just fucking walk out with my boy that's about to fight instead of fucking hold me in this corner. Oh no, until I pee, I can't walk out and walk back. You fucking dumb motherfucker. Fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah, and you know how it is. Like everyone that's involved with the fight, when it comes to like the commission and shit, they're more serious than the fighters are.
Oh my god.
Like, you know.
Yeah, dude, I've seen some dumbass shit. Yeah,
they can kill a moose real fast. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dave, so, I can't hear you still.
I can't hear Dave. I don't know if Dave can hear me. I
can
hear
him.
I can't see him. I can't hear him.
We can't.
What's your okay, Bobby? Here we go. Dave can get back into this, but my world has been opened up. Like, there's Dave.
Can you guys hear me?
And I can hear you too.
I got double. I got double Daves on my screen.
All right, double Daves. I got Dave.
Here we go.
There you are, Dave.
All right.
I can't see Chad now.
What? Okay, that's all right. You don't need to see me. I'm beautiful. So 2 things have been brought to my attention this week, and I write these down. I got a little notes thing. Okay. I got a little notes thing. It says podcast topics. Okay. Okay.
Are you topics now?
No, it's not necessarily a topic. It's just something to fucking bring up, talk about, because I cannot believe John follows some shit. John has like this intro into this world that I've never fucking seen or experienced in my life, and he brought it up. He said, "Hey, you see how there's a few people we know," and I ain't trying to. And if you listen to the show, power to you, bro. But there's a hip hop scene in Stockton. I don't know if you guys know that. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that there are rappers in Stockton? Okay, here's what I'm gonna say.
Was that a rhetorical question or?
That was absolutely. There is a whole group of these rappers, bro, have a business of giving stock market investing advice.
Oh no.
So like he showed me shitloads of posts in these forums. He follows the shit just for entertainment purposes. So we'll meet up in the shop at 6:30 in the fucking morning. He'll be like, dude, so you see what's up? I'm like, no, John, I don't I don't see this shit. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. And it's like these. A lot of them used to be like gangsters in the real sense of the fucking world in Stockton. And they're like, yo, you see blah, 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 crash. That ain't about to be the hitter. The hitter about to be da, 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 da. You got to just put your money in here. And then there's all these comments like, nah, bro, you talking about the wrong shit, bro. I'm talking about fucking putting my money in motherfucking Amazon.
And John follows these guys?
Yes, dude, just for entertainment. Like,
oh, my Lord.
But there's like all these rappers that like, bro, I don't know if they're making hella money or not, but it is the funniest shit in the world to like, they're not speaking like, I'm not going to say intelligibly because I can comprehend what they're saying, but they're like, yo, that shit ain't about to be the hitter, bruh. The hitter about to be this blah, blah, blah. And if you on that blah, 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 you crazy as fuck, bruh. Motherfuckers,
Chad,
motherfuckers still out here in the street. Y'all tell me fucking epidemic virus. Y'all still out in the street trying to fucking bust caps. You fucking get a life, bro. Invest. Smoke, #smoke show. You know, like I'm like, this is fake, right? No, it's real.
Yeah.
I know that you guys are both similar to me in that there's very few things that you listen to or watch that are not that productive throughout the day. Like you only have so much time throughout the day
for stupid shit
between working or going and taking care of your family or doing shit, you know.
I've tuned the entire world out. Yeah. I have nothing. I don't even listen to Joe Rogan. I don't listen to shit no more, bro. I just go to work, look at my family, talk to John, and John's like my vein into the real world. And he'll start repeating shit to me from the real world, and I'm like, fuck that. That's it.
Yeah, why are you so anti-real world?
No, you know what it is? I don't like, so like what I'm saying about these guys, if you were investing your phone in it, that's great. But from a comedic relief aspect, it's fucking hilarious to hear the way you guys are talking about it. I'm like, I'm sorry, but if I got a shitload of money, you're the last motherfucker I'm going to ask for advice from. You can know exactly what the fuck you're talking about, but
exactly
from a sales perspective,
I'm a find a hole in your game. Yeah.
The hole in the game is speech. In general, or like respect for punctuation, capitalization, or the English language in general. But besides all that, that doesn't mean you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You could be the best there is at investing. I just don't have the same communicative capabilities that you do.
That kind of shit is the downfall of the human race. So
dude, it is literally like right now. There's a virus going on, and everybody's a fucking doctor now. Everybody's sending you shit like, no, this is what you need to do. My fucking sister, I love you. Don't mean that I agree with you, but she's like, she gets a Snapchat filter or her with like big eyes and this stupid ass mouse face, and she's like, so, I mean, the news is saying you guys should stay inside. So why don't you fucking stay inside? I'm like, oh, fucking, I guarantee you, everybody right now, stop there. They're like, look, I ain't been listening to the news. Or any
Michelle's
doctors,
gonna be so pissed at you.
I went on. I love my fucking sister death, but still, I'm like, wow, thank you for sharing that, because so many people seen that and they're like, yo, I wasn't listening to the news and shit, but you with your Snapchat filter and that annoying high voice totally put things in perspective to me. And now I'm gonna stay home. And the world is so much different everywhere. And I'm like, that's why I can't do it. I can't look at these people and listen to what they're saying. I'm like, what are you contributing to society? You're contributing nothing but nonsense and a bullshit interpretation of that nonsense. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, you're speaking to fucking the galaxy as if it gives a fuck about what you're saying.
Well said. Well said. Hey, on that note, Chad, did you know that Pornhub Premium is free?
Yes,
right now.
Helps the world. That helps the world. That's news that I
what's the difference between premium and non-premium?
Bro, you get access to more videos. You get access to the fucking premium content, which
how
pretty much just
means. Do you need? There's like 10 million videos. How many more do you need?
The one that made me curious.
They locked the good ones.
Ernest Mello, when he was on Inside BJJ, I don't know what happened there, but anyway, he's not on Inside BJJ no more. Oh no, but he is the one that said, "Trust me, if you guys are out there, but he seems like a dirty motherfucker. He seems like he can get into a whole nother world of dirty. But he said, if you don't have premium, trust me, it's worth it. He's like, it's badass. And I'm like, huh. Because my favorite videos, this whole thing. Here's what I'm gonna say. It don't take me that long to jack off, bro. Yeah. I don't need fucking I don't need 5 minutes, yet alone 20. Okay. So when I see that fucking highlight reel, I'm
look at Bobby's stone faced right there.
Yeah. I feel maybe Bobby's a premium guy. I don't know, but I'm like, when I see the highlight reel, I bust, and I'm like, damn, I wonder what else happened, but I really don't care that much. And apparently the premium is those high quality, high def highlight reels, but the full video. And I'm like, I don't need to see all that. I don't need to. Give me the highlight part. Yeah. Give me the highlight. And if it ended too soon, I'm gonna slide that little dot back and I'm gonna rewatch that part.
I feel like Dave's the guy who likes to edge. Are you an edger?
What do you mean edger?
What's an edger? I've heard somebody said edger before, like going to into the cliff and standing there or something.
No, it's a thing where, all right, so I was on Reddit and I don't know what I was looking at. This guy was like,
don't know what. This fucking guy.
He's like, check this video out. It's what finally put me over the edge. I was edging for like 2.5 hours. And I thought about it. I was like, edging. I get it. He was probably like jacking it, but would only take to the edge, right?
And not bust.
And stop.
That's stupid.
Okay.
Dave, you edge. Don't lie.
Admit, I would edge before. I'm going to tell the truth. I used to do that shit before a fight because I wouldn't bust a nut for a month before a fight. So, dude, I will fucking all the time in the shower, like, and I'm like, you know, and not bust. But so I would
edger, not me. I'm not the one.
Not no more, bro. I'm married, fucking chilling with the kid, dog. There's no point in me walking the edge. I jump off the cliff.
I think what the edging does is it like extends their jack off period. You know, like.
That's what they say is if you practice. I read all these fucking books and shit.
About
yeah. It's been around forever. I acted like I didn't know what you were talking about.
You didn't know what it was.
I don't know. I just wanted to play. I wanted to hear your version of it, but no. So you edge.
Sorry.
So you edge.
You just wanted you to talk dirty.
Well, if you edge, you practice like strengthening your PC muscle, and your PC muscle is like how you hold your nut. So if you practice edging, it means that during sex you're able to you're about to bust, you hold back, and then you're able to keep going longer. But then you can get like these pre-comes to make sex more intense and go, I don't know, so she comes.
Oh. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, I
can get to the finish line quick as fuck, bro. That's what I tell Victoria. I'm like, look, coming means nothing to me. Like, that's so easy to get. Like it literally,
that's what Kenny used to say. Kenny,
I know. He used to say that.
I've never lost. Yeah.
That's every time. Like I'm gonna, I promise, I'm gonna nut. Like don't worry about me.
I feel like Kenny actually did race every time, and
trying to beat his record.
Like he would not give a fuck. He'd be like. Babe, they'd be like, babe, come on. He'd be like, no, fuck you, yeah, like.
I was talking about Kenny to my dad last night, bro. Not about edging or holding nuts or nothing like that. But they were. You guys seen this garage port? That shit was on MTV Undressed forever ago. I don't know edging. I don't know, bro.
What?
Dude, fucking, you know what I used to watch on MTV? I'm gonna get sidetracked because he said that. There was a show about sex on MTV. It was a late night show, and it was about the inconveniences of having sex. I remember this girl would go to this leg curl machine, and she got obsessed with it in the show, where she would do leg curls, where you lay on your stomach and do your leg curls, like your thigh curls, and it would give her an orgasm over and over. So she got obsessed with the machine, and her boyfriend got pissed and got rid of the machine because the machine would give her an orgasm, but the boyfriend couldn't. Well, I remember. Huh?
Is that the same show where the guy would put a drill bit through his pee hole?
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
I don't think that's the same show at all. I don't know what show you're talking about, Bobby.
I don't know what you're edging to, Bobby, but fucking chill
I'm
out.
fucking driving through his
I'm
peel.
pretty sure it's the same show.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not. No
I
way.
think that's your
it
Red
must
Tube
have been VH1
subscription.
or something. I don't know.
VH1 for sure. That's what it was. It was VH1. I'm gonna skip over. It was. Well, I was talking about Kenny. It was.
What you were talking about was anything better, okay?
It was about long pours.
It's in the same ballpark.
It was about that old couple did they're drinking the beers out the garage, and I'm like, you guys, that's just long pours from a garage door. Like, it's cool. And everybody's trying it, and you see everybody try it, and they just quit. I'm like, you guys, it's long pour. It's incredibly hard. And they're like, what? I go, long pour, like you'd lay on the ground, someone would pour a beer in your mouth, and you try to swallow without like drowning. It's hella hard. I go, but Kenny did 4 beers at the same time. I go, this motherfucker's laying on his back. Someone's pouring a beer. He goes, another one. Next beer, another one. Next beer, not 4 beers in a row. 4 beers at the same time. Not a
drop was spilled.
Dude, all I kept remembering is how wide he could open his mouth and he's like, and
you would see it just go down.
He would. It was
like,
it was badass, dude.
It was like a movie scene. We'd walk into a party and we'd try to find out who's the best chugger at the party, and we'd be like, you can't beat our man. And we'd bring Kenny. We specifically bring cans to every party just so he could shotgun faster than everyone, just so he could fucking out chug someone.
Yeah. You remember that bum behind the hookah bar, Bobby? He fucking gave Kenny a good run for his money. That bum had.
Was it the guy that when he was done he wanted more?
Yeah.
Like after we wanted to like have a competition, and
we wanted to.
He was like, "Oh, can I have another one real quick?"
Yeah, he chugged the beer, and then we didn't even start the competition yet, and we had to give him another beer to go.
That's a smart guy.
He was.
Dude, I've handed so many bums like cases of beer. I have walked in the store countless times, bought a case of beer. He was like, hey, can I have one of those? And I'm like, here you go, bro. Are you fucking serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go buy another one. You fucking, you know what I mean? You didn't ask for money. You didn't ask for none of this shit. If you're honest with me and you ask for, I'm gonna
give you that beer.
There you go, bro. Because there's been times where like I just pulled out, like I bought like, a case and I handed him one and I started to walk away and I'm like, wow, bro. Yeah. Way to let him just get a taste. I would get like a guilty feeling. So I'm like, fuck. So like it got to the point where like,
he's got to get his buzz on.
Well, if I see him like, a homeless dude out front, I'm like, fuck, all right, I'm going to buy a case and a 40 because I don't want to buy a second case. Like, I'm going to hand him a 40 and then take my case and go. Like, because I don't want to give him a whole case because I get these heartstrings pulled. I'm like, I feel like, because I'm like, oh, because you can't, oh, yeah, Chad, just give him a beer and leave. And then it's like, give him 2. Oh, why don't you give, so like, it's this whole fucking mind fuck going. So I learned to navigate those waters. Just get them a 40 or 2, and
we were at California State in JUCO with Kenny and Benny and Vicente and all those guys. We had we had a hotel room. So back in the day, the first thing we do when we got a hotel room was fill the bathtubs up with beer because no one was showering. We didn't give a fuck about that back then. But we'd find the ice machine, we'd put the plug in, fill the bathtub up with ice, and then fill it with beer. And we did that for 2 or 3 nights, and then we had to check out in the morning, and we didn't have like a cooler to take it home with. We only had our gym bags and shit like that.
You gotta drink your way out of it.
No, well, we ended up putting like 45 beers in a trash bag, and we walked outside, and there was this bum laying down on the ground, and I shit you not, we just dumped all the beer out like on him. And he woke up like Jesus was like fucking blessing him. Like there was just like beer cans bouncing.
That would be a badass like dream come true. Like, oh my god.
No, because I remember I told Kenny, I was like, let's just leave it. We'll just send it to him. And he's like, no, fuck that. we're gonna dump it all over this guy. And I was like, all right, whatever. It seemed cool at the time just to dump beer on him, but it actually was. He woke up like with beer dropping from the sky, and I remember him looking at us like thank you, and then we're like, have a good time, man. And, like he was still kind of out of it. I don't know what he was on, but he was just like. He was almost like in slow motion, picking up beers and like trying to hold on to them, but they're like falling out of his grasp.
They're rolling away. He's like,
and he's like looking at us, and we're like in slow motion, like waving, like just have a good time. Like we're running to the bus, and like that's what life's about, right there. That's what
it is.
Can you imagine being that homeless gentleman just sitting there fucking in a daze of fucking meth and fucking pills and whatever the
bro
fuck
after
else?
that day, every day I just go fall asleep in random places, just like okay.
Maybe it'll happen.
Okay. It's gonna happen again. Like every day after that, he's like, okay, what did I do when I woke up that morning? This, that. Okay. If I recreate it.
You think it's ever happened to him again?
No.
Not unless Chad's come across his
dude.
path.
He's sitting on a fucking goddamn loading dock right now with his other fucking transients going
talking
like,
about that.
I'm telling you, I woke up
and they're like,
cans of beer just falling on me. I was grabbing. There was these young, they were like gladiators standing there.
They all had blonde hair.
And then they hopped on a bus and they just left. And I was sitting just holding all these beers. It was the best day of my life. Now, you're full of shit, Carl. I'm fucking telling you, man.
Take these 2 fingers, you just tap on the water and go.
And you shoot a bass with a crossbow.
Right. Sam will tell you that shit was real.
Sam ain't backed shit up. I have sent multiple requests to Sam to confirm the story, and he just
Sam shot a bass with a crossbow.
No, Bobby in his Photoshop
it wasn't a
picture.
Crossbow, it was a spear gun. It was a spear gun.
Spear gun. He said. Bobby says you just go stand by the edge of water.
Yeah,
and you just make sounds. Go ahead.
Well,
tell the story, Bobby. I don't want to rip you off.
You guys sneak up.
Sneak up.
And then you put your spear gun under the water. Okay, and then you take the other finger, the 3 fingers, and you just do little taps.
You're full of shit.
And then you try to mimic a frog. What's that, drum beat? No, the bass will swim up, thinking there's a frog. They're gonna eat it, and you shoot them. Okay.
Yeah.
Then there was beers falling all over the chest.
Yeah, Bobby's been going to take me spear fishing for bass for, I don't know, as long as he's had this cattle dream, which has been forever. He's making the cattle dream come true, but he ain't speared no fucking bass in front of me yet. I believe in the cattle because it's real.
I'm just telling you,
what water did that bass come out of?
The Delta.
I can't. No. The Calvert.
The Calvers.
I don't believe it.
That's okay.
I'll make you believe it, story, Bobby. I believe that the bum fucking had an epiphany. Wait, what the fuck is going on with Chad? He's mooning Facebook.
Can I see? I can't see anything, Dave. I can't see Chad.
You can't see anything, huh?
No, I can see you. I can't see Chad.
Okay, you can see me though. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Let's see what we could do to get you seeing Chad. You see Chad now? 3, 2, 1. You see him now?
No, I just still see you.
Oh, Whatever.
Is Chad still there? Where'd Chad go?
Yeah, he actually took off real quick. He moved the camera and fucking took off. I'm not sure exactly where he went. But yeah, we had some good drinking fucking times. I remember one time we showed up to JC's house. He was having a fat ass party, and him and Kenny, I remember we walked in. We came from somewhere else. We were drinking at a different party, and we were just like, Kenny and JC are gonna fucking shotgun. And the whole party fucking went into the fucking kitchen, and we all just watched them shotgun.
Who won?
That one we had to do a photo evidence.
Oh, is that close?
Yeah, it was really close. It was debatable. Some people thought Chad or JC won.
JC back in his day, he was the fastest glass jugger I had ever seen in my life. And when I used to go visit him at Fresno State, I was in like 8th grade, and he used to get me into the frat parties. Dude, I would lie to so many people. I was actually partying in college at college parties with my freshman football coach. When I was
for some reason,
grade.
Chad, Bobby can't see you, so this is gonna be a surprise for him. This is gonna be a surprise for him.
I can't see you.
Walked over to the Calaveras River.
Dave, just fix the screen.
Put my spear again under the water. Tippity tap, tippity tap, tippity tap. I had a bass just like that. You can't hear that? Oh, Bobby can't even hear me. Bobby can't even hear me, Dave. Oh, that is a
nothing.
Sad. Yeah, I'm here, Bobby.
We can hear you. Here, I'm gonna kick you out, Chad, and have you join back in. It's all. We're gonna keep this thing going.
Fuck you guys.
Let me kick you out. I'm kicking Chad out. He's out of the loop. But while in the meantime, let's pull up the cool. What's up?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, let's pull this cool logo up. Let's talk about this a little bit. There he is.
Oh, there's Chad.
We got everybody in here.
I got Calaveras. Okay. The Calaveras River Farm still on there too.
There. Now I can see Chad. All right.
Okay. Everyone's in here.
So I'll give you a little background of the logo. Oh, there you go.
That was it, Bobby. That's what was going on. You missed a whole song.
That's not my fault. That's Dave's fault.
Fucking our producer.
Yeah. I'm definitely not as good as Jamie is. Are you? So anyways, let's talk about this logo.
So Calaveras means River of Skulls, and it was actually it was named by the Spanish when the Spanish came over to California. They actually murdered a lot of the Native Americans and actually put their bodies in the rivers.
Yeah, they did.
And they named it Calaveras, which means River of Skulls. Calaveras River.
Queen of Skulls.
So the logo goes off of Calaveras, which is the skulls, and so I have a Highland skull right there with with some local kind of Native American design.
Is that where the turkey comes in? The Native American aspect of it?
Yeah, in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that is the golden sun behind it, which is the sun that shines upon this ranch. And then
the sun that shines upon this ranch. I love it.
The tealish colors, which I like the San Jose Sharks, so I kind of like those colors. But it's pink greenish. So
looks good.
It looks really good.
That's Calaveras River.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Okay, I turned down my headphones, but can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Yeah, it's a pretty cool logo, man. I really like it. I think I can definitely see that you worked hard on it, and I mean,
the cool thing is so I'm having T-shirts and hats made as we speak, which I heard that the producers at Sinner and the Saint are going to raffle them off or something like that, or do a giveaway. Which there's some gear available. But I turned in my logo to Len over at Creative Vision Printing, the best place in Stockton to get all your stuff made for your shirts and your signs or whatever you want, banners.
He also made those Abs for Dave T-shirts.
Yeah,
Did he really?
He did.
Those are nice
Designed
shirts.
and made them. And the logo shirts that Bobby sent us are absolutely phenomenal. The T-shirts, the hats are badass.
Absolutely. Len is a true professional, and his daughter Courtney and everyone, his wife, everyone that's involved over there that does it, they're true professionals, and they care about their their partners in the community and their kind. But so I sent him the logo, and he says, "Can I move over farms a little bit to make it even?" And I just thought, thank you, because that graphic designer was a little bitch who made it, and he didn't fucking center the farms right. He didn't space it out correctly. So, like, how are you gonna be a graphic designer and sell me your artwork, but you can't even space out the stuff correctly?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Like, come on, man.
It's
so I knew it was kind of off, but I was like, fuck it, whatever. It's gonna look good anyways. Like, it's very minimal, but Len, being the true professional he is, caught it right away. He's like, "Can I space this out?" I'm like, "Yes, please space it out."
That's tight.
Yeah.
So thank you, Len, for being a professional.
Shout out Linda Boys, fucking CVT, Creative Vision Printing, badass, man. And the business cards they do, everything they do, and like
their shirts are good too. They don't fall apart or anything.
Dude, he picks badass shirts, huh?
Not to mention they're both brown belts in BJJ.
Oh yeah, he's legit as fuck. He's humble as fuck. And I mean, like, going in their shop, like, it's fun. That's what I'd say anybody. Like, if you have a question, drive to his shop, go in there, talk shop with him. He's going to be at the front, and he'll coach through anything. He knows every type of printing, from screen printing to everything else there is. Dude, he's fucking good, and he'll coach you around it. And like, that's the truth, is that, like, there's a lot of people that want to brand themselves or do shirts or anything like that, and they might go online and find like a slightly cheaper price. But what you're not going to get online is any type of coaching, any type of advice, and they're sure as fuck not going to recenter something that's off centered. You're just going to submit it and they print it. And he is, I mean, just all my dealings with him were nothing but amazing. He's a great person. And like you said, it's cool. The whole family's in it. And fuck, dude, like, he takes care of everybody.
It's again that local business that we were talking about.
Yeah, it's a great example of how a shop should run and how a shop should promote everyone in the community, which he does. It's cool going there, and I see everyone from Stockton Fire Department to David's Pizza to, he even had Enrique's Kraken in the case right there in the front because they designed the logos. He's the best people in the community, the best partners in this community. They go there for their advertising. They go there to get their stuff put up.
Well,
and
you're gonna get more out of it. That's the truth. You are gonna get more out of it. So.
Yeah, my dad recently was asking me for his church. He was wanting to get the logo redesigned and get some shirts and stuff made up. And I said, hey, go to CVP. I was like, they will take care of you. I was like, that's the only place around town that I will recommend to anybody. So solid place. Go check them out. CVP, Creative Vision Printing. Chad.
What's up, bro?
Are you cracking another beer?
Yeah, I just cracked one.
Yeah, I see that. You're fucking getting wild over there on a Sunday night, huh?
This is
WrestleMania weekend.
This is my fucking night that I get down. What's up? What's up, Bobby?
Do you use the same size trimmer on your mustache as you do on your beard?
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm just wondering. I got my hair cut almost a month ago, and she trimmed my beard, and that's the last time my beard was trimmed. I don't use a beard trimmer. I have a problem routine maintenance. About the only thing that I routinely maintain now is like shave my balls because there's a razor in the shower and it works out. That's about it. Like I hate it, man. But I'm about to make the commitment. You guys are gonna see in the morning when I wake up. I'm about to be shaved because what I enjoyed was when I'd wake up, I'd go running, I'd shower, and I'd shave, and then I'd go to work, and it was like the best I've ever felt in my life. So that's what I'm about to start doing. That's my commitment. So I know that if I look in the mirror and I got a beard, it means I ain't been disciplined. So that's like my way to check myself. And a wonderful lady, she follows me on Facebook, and she said, you know what, you're too handsome to have that nasty ass facial hair. She just turned 88 years old, bro. Like we did her kitchen, we did the granite in her kitchen, and she's so tight. Like I sent my mom over there with some flowers on her birthday and shit. And I said, hey, go hang out. And my mom hung out with her. But it's just funny. I like hearing that from like, the elders. Like, you know what? You're right. Because I know if like I had my way, my face would be shaved every day. But it takes like doing it.
A lot of work.
Shaving your face every day is like a true commitment. It is like dedication. So I know that if I was like if I've shaved my face every day for 2 weeks, it means I'm disciplined, and the biggest thing that I lack in my life, like ain't nobody gonna walk through that fucking door right now and tell me shit. Right? So like I don't have anybody to discipline my ass anymore. That's most of us adults. You ain't got no one fucking discipline. You ain't gotta listen to fucking nobody. You know what I mean? You walk in here, you're gonna tell me what to do. I'm gonna tell you to fuck off. I might have been going to do that shit next, but the fact that you just told me to do it, I'm gonna tell you to kick fucking rocks, watch your fucking mouth, and get the fuck out of here.
Dave's like, wait, well, he's like, I'm planning a wedding right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Hey, this bottle is fucking completely gone. They go quick, man. Fucking.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, Chad's got an empty one too. I like it. There we go.
Man. Hey, that's
that
Bobby's,
Peach Jack.
That's the Bobby's listeners. That's Peach Jack. What it's made of is Jack Daniels and peach.
And iced tea. You forgot the main ingredient.
I'm sorry.
No, but I was telling Waterloo. I told them because they're selling a lot of these things. They're like selling out, right? And I was like, don't sell that stupid fucking jalapeno shit. You need to sell, make some like bourbon apple pie, fucking mason jars to go. All you have to do is bourbon whiskey, some apple juice, blah blah. Some vanilla, some cinnamon, and then also I was like, and then for the ladies, if they don't want that, make them some sangria. Everyone loves sangria.
Dude, did you Bobby? You should take them down there and introduce them to our ingenious, delicious pomegranate Everclear.
Pomegranate Everclear.
Oh god, dude, we spent so much time.
So much time.
You know what?
Horrible.
Whoever invented the machine that can extract juice from a pomegranate seed is a genius. Because it is ridiculously hard to get anything out of the stupid ass pomegranate. I hate pomegranates now. I hate them.
We kind of moved part of his little project boat out of the way. We got a bunch of pomegranates from the tree. We fucking took them back, cut them open, we fucking boiled all the seeds, and we boiled we strained them. We went through this entire process of making this pomegranate Everclear. Dude, I was with him. Like I believed in my heart of hearts. Like, dude, we just made some shit. Like we went through
like the next grape jelly or something.
That's what we were thinking. Like bear juice, fuck bear juice, bro. You want our pomegranate liquor. It tasted like Everclear with the slightest hint of fucking pomegranate. It was horrible.
It was horrible.
It made
it was disgusting. Luckily, there was still a quarter bottle of limoncello that we got to finish that
I
night.
forgot about
Like,
that. Yeah, that
yeah,
was
because we were like,
Andy's limoncello. Yeah.
I remember we looked at the pomegranate Everclear and we just like instantly had to drink limoncello to get that nasty taste out of our mouth.
It was disgusting.
It was bad.
Bobby, you made that wine that one time out of the grapes from your mom's backyard.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
And Bobby gets these grapes and he's trying to sell us all on how good these fucking grapes are.
Mm.
And it was off like a fence that they took down or some shit, right? And so fucking Bobby even gets this like fucking wood and he chars it up,
Mm-hmm.
puts it in this fucking big glass jar at Greg's house.
Charred it up, yeah.
Yeah, oak chips. And he's got a blowtorch and some oak. And he's got, I mean, this piece of fucking wood is huge, bro. Like, and he's got it in this jar. And he started making me take ladles of this fucking homemade wine. I swear I got pretty fucked up or sick on it or something. I don't know what I was, but it was
funny. Like, winemaking is so hard, dude. Like, it really is hard. Like, if you ever have good wine, just know that it is extremely hard to make it taste that good. Okay, there's nothing like, it's not, oh, the grapes are this good and blah blah. No, the fucking winemaker is that good. Okay, there's a reason why those motherfuckers get paid.
Bobby took some of that homemade wine and he put it in a bottle for Greg's uncle, who's a wine snob, wine connoisseur. This guy.
I took it out to Loon Lake, and I took it out to Loon Lake, and there's guys there. One of the guys was like the master winemaker for Robert Mondavi, and then went over to Sterling and was making wine for Sterling. And these are extremely like high class wine guys, right? They know everything there is to know about it. And so we're sitting there. We wake up in the morning. We're having like a $500 bottle of Dom Perignon with like lox and cream cheese and bagels and shit. Then for lunch we're having margaritas, and then for dinner we're having like a $200 bottle of fucking a Bordeaux blend, right? And then I pull out my wine. I'm like, hey, I made this wine. And they're like, you made this? I'm like, yeah, I made it. Do you want to try it? Greg's uncle spits it out.
Yeah, Greg's uncle's like, this is horrible.
Like, this is horrible. The winemaker for Sterling, who was the winemaker from Navi, takes it and he's like, and what was the guy's name again? The man that got the dog?
Ron.
Ron. Fucking amazing.
The guy that takes mushrooms.
He's like an older Dave, like a big older Dave. Right? He is. He's like a Dave. His name's Ron. I love
He
Ron.
cried. He cried the first night we were there.
Dude, I fucking love Ron. Anyways, so he takes it and he looks at me in his super positive way, super emotional, like a Dave emotional, like a really, really tender-hearted Dave, right? And he's like, he looks at me and he's like, it's amazing. And I was like, really? He's like, this is how wine started. People started making shitty wine, so people realized what tastes good. He basically told me, like, this is where it began. Shitty wine. But he was so pumped about it. He's like, you made it. This is amazing. He's
like it's a blast from the fucking past.
Yeah, like back to like fucking before Christ, right? Like, this is how it started. This is how it started with wine, with grapes rotting in a barrel, basically. You know?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, that was the funniest shit of my life, though.
Oh,
yeah, Greg's uncle fucking spit it out, and he's like, "This is the worst shit I've ever had in my life." Oh man, I mean, but it was all good.
I didn't put much effort. Into it, but you know. Yeah. And I didn't realize I picked the grapes at the wrong time. You're supposed to wait for them to get sweet. They weren't sweet at all. Like when I picked them, it was just, you know, I was just trying to make alcohol, and I did. It just like pomegranate fucking Everclear did not taste good at all.
I get it.
I got over to Greg's house and Bobby has a fucking wooden spoon, a wooden like ladle,
Yeah,
and he's like,
I
Dave.
didn't want to taint it with metallic.
Hey, have you ever this is what I love about Bobby too. You will never in your life, if you know Bobby, ever walk into a room when Bobby is invested in a task. You will never enter that room and feel as though he doesn't know what he's doing.
It's so true.
You may walk in the room like, what the fuck is going on? But he's gonna be like, don't worry, I got it. I'm making wine.
That's right.
It's gonna be the best fucking wine you ever tried in your life. We're gonna make pomegranate everything. Okay, tight. You know what you're doing. He's like, this is what we gotta do. He lays it all out. Buy it. There was no sense of failure in my mind. I knew when we were done with this, good luck to the ladies, because they were all about to get fucked up on our new pomegranate Everclear. We were all going to take shots and just take a trip to the moon because we didn't even know we were drinking alcohol.
Didn't work out.
Nah, but it was fun. It's an experience.
You know how there's some people out there that they can listen to a real the Civil Wars. They can listen to the Civil Wars and not be depressed, right?
Wait, listen to Civil
Wars?
What do you mean?
You know, the band, Civil Wars.
I don't know who the band Civil Wars is. I thought you meant listen to a reenactment.
You should have seen it in color.
Okay, speaking of that, all right, think about this. Think about Norah Jones, right? Do you know how slow Norah Jones music is?
Yeah.
Norah Jones is really slow, right? It's a very or a Jack Johnson or some stupid shit like that, right?
Okay.
I
can't think of a Norah Jones song and it's driving me crazy, so I'll go with Jack Jones.
Jack Johnson.
Johnson. Yeah.
Stupid shit that's he's cool. Is he on the beach? I don't know. Does he play Black Crowes? I don't know. You don't know what's going on with the guy, right? But he's Jack Johnson. And some people are really into that. They want to be in that weird mood of not hyped, but not sad, but kind of weird at the same time. They like that shit, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
They could 100%. Be okay, so there's a huge following of people that are into weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cuckold.
Right?
Cuckold.
You have no idea.
And Cambria.
You have no idea, Chad. Just because you don't like pomegranate Everclear doesn't mean there's not 10,000 people out there that doesn't like it.
That's a good point.
You know, one really good point. There's vegans. There you go. Dave?
I'm not a vegan anymore. That was a 1 month experiment. It's over.
Yeah.
I mean, I shat good.
What else will, right? Okay.
Yeah, I realized I fucking can't do it. It was miserable. I shit good for 2 weeks. I mean, it was all good. I mean, you guys try diets all the fucking time. I tried fucking going vegan.
What?
Yeah.
That's
not a diet. That's a death sentence.
I mean, it's.
I mean, now there are some vegans out there that do it. Whatever. If you're about it, whatever. But don't try to be competitive or strong. You know.
Or have a masculine opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, Diaz brothers are vegan. You guys fucking. What do you got to say about that?
Take a fight and get off drugs.
They're not vegan. They're pesky. They eat fish. So, and they eat a lot of fish too.
And that's called the exception.
That's called the exception.
They eat
So
more fish. They eat more fish than anything else. That's how they get their protein. So to tell that's not even real anything. They're just fucking fish eaters. So I wouldn't say that's vegan. I wouldn't even say it's pescatarian. I'd say you just eat fish. Whatever.
What is the definition of pescatarian?
It's everything like vegetarian but fish. You don't eat red meat, you eat chicken, you just eat fish and seafood.
If you're a pesca, then you mix it with the Terrian.
But
Chad,
Dave, you remember going over there and they had I don't know if you're with me, but me and Greg went over there one night and Nick was telling me that they had been eating a shark for like a month. They had a big ass mako shark they had been eating for a month.
They just eat off this shark for a while.
Well, they had it cut up into different pieces. They'd cook it every night. But it wasn't just
I can see this big ass shark on the fucking middle of their island. They're just cutting pieces off every night.
I don't even want to comment because they're both cool as fuck, but this is a bad representation of what we're trying to speak about. It's horrible.
Oh man. Yeah, you guys are a bunch of fucking assholes is the truth. That's what it is. You guys like to talk shit on fucking healthy people.
It's not talk shit. All we're doing is repeating the truth. Like this is the reality of what people think and say and witness. Like, yeah, like okay, there's two exceptions there, but let's be honest, they're not fucking muscle bound.
Yeah, let's be honest. If you don't want to eat high quality beef,
let's go with this. How much do you see them smile?
How much do you see them smile?
Smile! Do they look like they're fucking enjoying life? No.
So you're telling me vegans don't fucking enjoy their life at all?
I did not say they don't enjoy their life at all. I'm just saying most of them don't exemplify a positive, uplifting, outgoing attitude. They all got a fucking chip on their shoulder.
Yeah,
and that's a shitty way to live.
Maybe because they're hungry, bro. Maybe because they're hungry.
They're hungry. They're like, they're eliminating things out of their life.
Somebody's gonna eat them. Oh my god.
I got you.
Wow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you guys walk by. I walk by a fresh plowed farm that was full of heads of lettuce, and they've all been decapitated and eaten by these savages. It is disgusting.
What I mean, Chad, how many vegetables have you tried in your life?
I love corn.
Is that the only one?
Peas.
Corn and peas.
Cauliflower.
Broccoli. You fuck with broccoli?
I actually like broccoli.
Fuck with kale?
Kale, not so much. Spinach, leaves, Subway, yes.
Yeah, I heard a rumor years ago that Subway does none of the fucking meat is actually anything but turkey. It's all turkey.
There's rumors about everything. Here's what I'll say. I don't give a fuck. Okay? If I go to Subway, I'm not expecting, oh my God. I really thought, wow. I thought when they served me turkey, they cut it off turkey in the back and then they sliced it up and then gave it to me. Wow. You mean to tell me it's processed?
No, but I mean, even the salami's fucking turkey.
It could be turkey. Salami doesn't refer to beef or turkey or anything. Salami is a type of way of meat. Sausage is a type of meat. Hamburger is usually beef. They have nothing to do with ham. Those are a steak is not a cut. Like this is the problem. Is everybody thinks all Italian, these fucking things.
It's called salumi. Salumi means cold cuts in Italian.
That's it. It's a way that you handle and process and deliver the meat. It doesn't mean that it's any specific animal. And that's once again humanity electing to be retarded and throw out the definition of all words and be like, what? I just thought like when I thought it meant this.
But do you think that it's kind of deceiving saying that they fucking sell steak sandwiches and fucking all this shit when it's really always turkey?
I love KFC, and I never believed that it was fried in Kentucky.
Speaking of KFC, have you tried those fucking sandwiches?
No, I don't know. I've tried a lot of sandwiches there. I like it. That's the simplest way to put it.
They have these new sandwiches, Chad, that are right up your alley, bro.
Which ones?
What?
They're fucking 2 donuts and a fucking piece of fried chicken in between.
I'm not really. No, that's not my alley. That's not like 2 donuts. Like, give me the donut, give me the chicken. You know what sandwich from KFC was up my alley? The double chicken, where it was a chicken breast with some cheese and bacon with chicken breast. They use chicken breast, fried chicken breast as buns, and I'm like, that's up my.
I remember that.
Alley. Yeah, I don't need. The bread is just a holder to me. The bread just holds all the goodness to me. That's it. I don't need everything else, man.
Yeah.
Did you guys get into the hype of the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
No, that Popeyes chicken sandwich versus Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A
sandwich. I watched it. I watched it from social media, but I never got into it. It looks hilarious.
I've tried them both. I like Popeyes. I think it's a damn good chicken sandwich, but I like fucking Chick-fil-A too.
It's not Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A it's just quality is just
Chick-fil-A is good.
It's good, yeah. I think they're both damn good.
They just need to up the portion size. Like I don't get why. Like, I'm gonna give you this little nugget on the sandwich. Oh yeah, this is delicious.
What Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. Tiny ass sandwich.
You gotta get 2 of them, man. They don't, you know what's funny?
$35 later.
So Dan, we're in Elk River, and we're at the login, and we order double bacons or something like that, right? Big ass hamburgers, right? Come out, and I'm like, this is a big fucking burger, and Chad's eating it, and he looks at me, he's like, they gotta fucking fix something. These burgers have really gotten smaller. And I'm thinking, this is like one of the biggest burgers I've had like in a long time. Like, I'm like, how big did they used to be?
Bigger than
fucking huge. They were huge, and they were thick, and they were well made. So log in, Chad's fucking weirdo. Log in, you have great burgers. Your burgers are amazing. Chad just likes shit way out of proportion. Okay.
Oh.
Look, they're delicious. They're delicious. And honestly, my cousin Ben cooked me my last one there. And whatever he does in there's like magic, bro. I was like, I swear to God, me and Victoria were in there. Because during this whole stupid ass during the quarantine bullshit, you know what I did? I went to the fucking mountains. Fucking anyway. So hiked with my son for 2 miles. And we went around and then we ate, dude, at the login. And Ben was cooking and he cooked me those burgers. And he come out. I said, Ben, I don't know what it is. Because he used to always be the ones making them. But he stopped cooking. He was mostly serving more. And, you know, Arthur cooks. Arthur's a good cook, whatever. But Ben cooked these. And dude, I ate this burger. And I was like, I was literally 17 years old again. I was 17 years old again, sitting in there with my fry sauce on it, my salt and pepper, and you eat a row, and then you fry sauce it, and you salt and pepper it, and then you eat a row. And I was like, this is why I moved here. Like this right here took me back to like everything. Like, oh my God, in this burger, I was like, I don't know what you do, but you're a magician on that grill, because that is what I moved here for. That was it, right? And like the patties, you got it. I'm a burger connoisseur, and if you have more bun than patty, you have a problem. You got a problem. I don't care how thick they are. It can be the same exact weight of meat, but you need to smash that shit out to where the burger protrudes and expands past that of the bun. I better not be able to go bun to bun and burger inside on both sides. On both sides, I didn't know. I don't care. That's a problem. That's a problem, and you need to address it. You need to address it.
Remember, the bun's just the holder.
No,
That's
so
it.
yeah, so Chad, you had the burger press, right?
Huh?
Yeah,
You
he
had a
used
burger,
to. I
you had
remember
the
that.
burger press, right?
And you got the plates.
Oh, I do the plates. I do plates. You do burger press?
I do my hand.
Oh, you do hands now.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I'm running the restaurant, so first of all, okay, first of all, I have a restaurant, and trust me, the shit's gonna be next level
Yeah.
because what I'm gonna do with my burgers, and anybody listening, do it so I can go eat at your restaurant and not be severely disappointed. So what I would do is obviously you have to have a consistency in the beef which you buy, which I only buy my beef from Calaveras Rivers Farms. So I'm going to know the consistency as to which
Boom.
the fat input in your beef. When you cook a burger, if you cook elk, it doesn't shrink much, right? So you know what elk's going to do. The burger you make it's going to shrink only so much. So if you're cooking a beef patty, but what you got to perfect is the shrinkage. So you got to know that once you cook that patty, it shrinks so much and it's still wider than your bun. And what you'd rather do, especially if you're a shorter cook, you've got to turn orders around quick. So how do you maintain a medium rare burger without fucking like worrying and all this bullshit? Well, the thinner the patty, you can sear and sear. If you can sear and sear, you can cook a burger patty in 2 minutes and it's done, right? And you can serve it because it's thin and wider. Still a half-pound patty, but it's thin and wider. And then a double, you could take the same amount of meat from a thick patty, split it into a double, cook it twice as quick, get seared and seared. And if you're able to sear and sear the skin, that has the seasonings and the flavor. So you can sear, 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 same amount of meat, two thin patties. You have twice the burger
Yeah.
protruding from the
Not to
bun
mention, not to
and
mention the
amazingness.
surface area. The surface area of the meat has been seasoned more. Because if you have
Exactly.
a thick ass
Exactly.
patty, the inside of the meat is not seasoned.
You have
It's
to
much,
cook it longer. You have to
and
make the
it doesn't have that
outside
char flavor. It doesn't have the char flavor either. So if you have double up thin patties, more seasoning, more char flavor, plus
exactly.
you double up the cheese.
Exactly. You're
Topping it with
layering.
some bacon and some mushrooms and fucking
That's what
onions.
I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Yo, and like I'm even like this. Like when it comes to a bacon burger, I love bacon burgers, right? But nothing makes me more mad. And you pull out that strip of bacon. I just fucked up a row of biting.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
wow, what has Chad experimented with in his household? I don't
Chopped
know.
bacon.
Dicing, exactly, chopped bacon and frying it. And that's an art in itself because it's going to shrink too. So you got to play with that.
Just
Then,
make sure it's thick cut bacon. You
and
can't
then,
chop up thin cut bacon.
and that
You have to get thick
transcends
cut.
to the onions. To the onions. If you like onions on your burger and you bite a string and you pull it out, oh my God. So then you dice the onions. Then you could caramelize onions. And then you could caramelize the onions and the bacon and melt the cheese over it and patty and melted caramelized onion and cheese. When my burgers hit,
Yep, I know.
It's a
I'm there
wrap.
with you, Chad.
It's a
There
wrap.
with
that's
you.
it. That's
People don't
it. Because it's
understand.
passion. It's passion.
There's a
And
lot that goes into a fucking burger, and I know both of you
just
guys have made some
make up
fucking
some
great
fucking
burgers.
special sauce. Make up some special sauce with it.
That's it. That's it.
Like
That's it.
basically In-N-Out burger sauce, but no, you just on
Trevor, I will make you a sandwich. Be
Yeah.
delicious.
Bobby's been making people hungry on this fucking podcast for about 2 hours now.
Bro,
Everyone's
Hey,
starving.
our menu drops come summer.
J-Dub Moneymaker's looking for a private chef. I got some time. No, I don't have that much. I really don't have any time, but if you want a chef, I'll cook it up.
Bro, where is your sister cooking all the time?
She's my family has been blessed with some really good cooking genes. Like we know how to put
Your
together.
sister's Instagram makes me hungry 24/7. I'm like, where's she at? She did some mustard fried chicken. And like I watched that story over and over, and I'm like, how did she get the batter to crisp? I'm like, damn, she got a lot of oil. And then like, where's she cooking it though? Like,
I don't know.
I never see her serve you guys no food. It doesn't look like she's ever like cooking for you and Erica or your mom.
No, hell no.
Like,
I don't know. She's cooking for her friends, and
I'm like,
what happens when you get raised in a family with an older brother like JC who eats everything.
It's
you have
JC's
to learn how to cook. Yeah. So basically, dinner was made, and JC. I'm not even fucking around. He would eat it all, like 270, 300 pounds of just straight muscle. going through high school and going through puberty, he would eat everything. And so there was like we would get like maybe a half plate full of food, and then the food's gone. JC's like done with 2 plates, right? And so we're all kind of still hungry. So what we would do is we just go open the fridge and just put together shit and make it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what we did for years and years and years. And we all became really good cooks and kind of food snobbies, you know, but it is what it is, you know? Because, you know, there's a simple fix to a lot of food, right? If it's fucked up, you can fix it, okay? Don't just serve fucking bad food. If it's fucked up, make it taste better. If it's fucked up, fix it. It's not that hard, but a lot of people just can't fucking get that through their head. Like, well, I didn't put enough seasoning. Well, why don't you taste it? Taste it. If it doesn't have enough seasoning, put it fucking in there. It's pretty simple.
I'll tell you a trick that I learned. I'm gonna tell everybody out there. I'm gonna share it. Like you say, people all the time throw away fast food fries. You're fucking retarded. You are retarded. They're like, oh, they're cold. They don't taste good anymore. I'm gonna give you a fucking cold cut secret right now. Okay, you get you a hot pan. Get that pan hot. You put those fucking cold old French fries in a little bit of virgin olive oil. Sear them with some salt and pepper. You gonna bring them back to life.
Chad doesn't have an air fryer, huh?
You want to get wild? Fucking throw a little bit of cheese on there, a little bit of bacon, onions, anything. Make you some Texas cheese fries. What's air? What are you talking about?
Air fryers. Fuck those air fryers.
Yeah,
bro,
thank you, Bobby. What is
you,
this fucking
Bobby.
guy talking
An
about?
air fryer for French fries is the best invention to fucking man.
For already cooked fast food French fries?
Yes.
Tell me more, vegan and lettuce.
I'll tell you about air fryers. Air fryers they're a fraud. They don't just fry with air.
They use oil.
You have to spray them down with oil.
Yeah.
To use the air fryer. So why don't you just put them in a pan with oil?
Because it's quicker. This air fryer will fucking put.
Because you have to
Bobby, if you do that, then you don't have to spend money.
You have to clean.
You don't have to fucking wait for the oven to heat up and get fucking up to temperature, preheat.
We're talking about a frying pan.
Listen, Grandma Curly had one of those air fryers because she's big on infomercials, okay? And they suck.
It's pretty good. I'm telling you, man.
Right next to that soda.
This is a classic representation of the lack of matching definitions of what good is.
The air fryer's legit. I'm telling you.
If I starve out 10 people and bring them in, I'm like, try my air fryer. They're gonna be like, wow, that's the best there ever is. Now, if those same 10 people had been eating my prepared fries and then went to an air fryer, they'd be like, this air fryer sucks dick. So
I'm telling you, Chad, you're knocking it, bro, but you're going to call me in like 2 months once you get a fucking air fryer and you're going to be like, bro.
The only thing I want to try in an air fryer is I want to perfect these. Bobby tried them. They didn't work out, but I really want to do bacon wrapped macaroni and cheese balls. And the last time I tried them, they didn't work out too well. You remember that, Bobby?
Yeah, that was just because something happened. You didn't put like a binder. You didn't coat it in anything or something like.
No breadcrumbs, nothing.
They were just like mush balls, and
they were just gobs
filled
of
with
grease.
Just
dripping grease. It was so bad.
Yeah, I felt sick after eating one of them. It was bad.
Like when you ate one of them, you knew like, oh, I'm going to easily have diarrhea. Like everything in my body's gonna shit easily.
So Dave, if you want some good meals, you need to make it out to hunting camp this year because I spoiled Chad and John a little bit.
Bobby dropped some like what was it, the asparagus and oh my god,
I believe it.
It was fun because one, like I've always talked about how much we don't drink in hunting camp. This hunting camp was like no other I've ever been a part of, and we fucking drank, bro. We fucking. Just a little bit. But Bobby made us one meal, and we're like, oh my god! Like it was like the way though that he like presentation, everything was A+. Everything was A+.
Bobby's
Like,
good at that.
It's good stuff.
His fucking
It's
dinners are on
especially
point.
good because I came off like I was on the ship all week, right? And then I have the weekend to drive to Idaho from Seattle, basically, to drive there, hunt for 2 days, and then make it back to work by Monday. And so, and mind you, it's like a 7-hour drive to get there and 7-hour drive back. Getting fucked up, hunting,
Oh
and
yeah,
all that stuff, right?
it's a lot of shit.
a vicious cycle.
So I'm like, yeah, we did it for a month straight, so I'm thinking if I'm gonna drive out there, like I've been eating shitty food on the ship all week, we're gonna make some good food, we're gonna hunt, we're gonna drink, and that's what we did. So
Yeah. That's tight.
so I picked up some New York, some filet, some ribeyes. Came out there and made a bunch of good stuff.
So good.
I mean, my bachelor party, the fucking steaks we had were fucking phenomenal.
Oh, those are good too. Yeah.
I just had some breakfast steaks with some powder.
If you had an appetite.
Yeah. First time I had breakfast steaks with powdered sugar. It was pretty good.
Yeah. It was good, man. I've been having a crazy fucking craving for fucking French toast, man. French toast, like some bomb ass homemade French toast. I went and bought all the bread for it and all the shit because I've been wanting it so bad.
You know what happens when I think about French toast? I think stop being lazy, make me some fucking pancakes and get rid of cinnamon, bitch. That's
you don't like French toast?
I feel like it's a poor excuse for a pancake. That's what I feel like for French toast. I'm like, I eat French toast. I'm like, no, it's not bad. It's like, why the fuck didn't we have pancakes or waffles? Like,
yeah, I like to mix it up, you know?
Yeah, I feel like French toast is like, oh, I have too much bread. It's going to go bad soon. Let's make French toast. It's like, yeah, not bad.
Toast is good.
If you use like Texas toast, it's pretty good. But like normal white bread is like kind of
no,
I never tried Texas.
The thick cut French brioche.
Yeah, that stuff's good too. That's kind of like a Texas toast, but you know, it's like
French brioche, which means
French.
yeah. Like,
French
hey,
brioche.
let's eat some loose war bread.
You know,
you just hate on everything, Chad. Jesus Christ.
The difference between French
I've been so suppressed. I got all this fucking rage.
If you're
go cut some boards.
If you really like eggs, you can have that little piece of egg hanging off your French toast. And,
Wait, you want me to edge with a piece of egg hanging off of my French toast?
You're getting more substance out of your French toast because there's egg hanging on to it. You know, like
yeah,
your French toast is like eggs and pancakes, basically,
and bread. You know, it's like the carbs of the bread and the fucking protein of the eggs. There you go.
I think Chad's been edging all day.
That's where he went right now. He was edging. He had to fucking get off camera real quick.
I heard you guys talking last podcast about what goes on after the podcast. You guys edge all day and wait for the podcast to get over.
Edge all day, edge all night, man.
You want edging some bitch.
Yeah. you know it's WrestleMania weekend, right? You watching?
Is that why everyone's been putting pics out? Like I see because Flow Wrestling and Flow Grappling, they've been talking about like their pics. I think DC and it was DC and Cain Velasquez. They like did WrestleMania pics.
Yeah. It's fucking weird, dude. Having all these fucking events without all the people. So it was the very first time they had to cancel. Yeah, it happened, bro.
Remember when I was in Florida and went out there for the volleyball tournament?
The volleyball tournament?
To Atlanta. Remember I went to Atlanta for the volleyball tournament?
I do.
Well, that's where WrestleMania was too, I think. It was at the Atlanta Convention Centers.
This year it was at the other place you went to in Tampa, the football place where the Buccaneers play. I don't know what the name of the stadium is, but
it's I forget the name.
Yeah, but that's where it was supposed to be originally. There's fucking 70,000 people, 70,000 tickets sold.
Stadium.
Yeah. And they had to fucking cancel the whole thing and do it inside their performance center in a little place in Lodi. Or not Lodi, but Florida.
That's a nice seated board right there, Chad.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Sad thing.
I like that live.
How thick is that, Chad?
7/8.
Nice.
So is that going to be, That's a thinner board, right? That's gonna be one of your walls.
That's floor. I
That's
got
your
I got
floor.
I got a subfloor, bro.
That's your subfloor.
No,
No,
that's a
I
floor.
got a subfloor down, and then this is going on top of it.
What's the subfloor? Just plywood.
1 inch tongue and groove
Tongue and groove.
OSB.
Okay, so then that's gonna go on top of it.
Yeah,
Ooh. What spacing are you gonna do with that?
tight,
Tight,
tight
tight.
cedar. Yeah.
Well, I just think about sweat dripping. Like if you're gonna let it escape somewhere.
Boards never expand; they only shrink. So. I'm fucking pumped.
No, I was
There
thinking
really
like
is nothing under, like on the floor of a sauna. It's just fucking wood underneath it. There's no drainage or anything put in that you can
Oh,
think of.
you can have a drain. You do you do waterproofing and shit like that. Oh, you mean like what's the actual like architectural buildup of what's going on
no,
down
I
I'm
was
there?
just
thinking
saying there's
like a deck, like a
for
deck.
moisture,
Oh
right?
yeah, well no, that's part of why you use cedar because cedar's open and porous. So like if you seal it, it'll hold way more heat, right? So you don't want to seal anything too much. So if you seal anything in a sauna, typically all people seal is the floor and the benches, right? And that's just to protect it. But the reality is, the more you seal it, like you want to use a water-based sealer, but the more you seal it, the more it holds heat, and then the more water sits on top of it. But essentially, like yeah, your sweat's going to go in there. It's going to color the wood, color the sauna, or anything. And yeah, you'll have a floor drain or whatever if you want to
Yeah.
hose it down. But for the most part, it is what it is. Like the all natural saunas and shit. Like the more you read about it, fuck, people don't even seal the floor. I'm gonna do it because I don't want splinters. Because like I plan on working on it out in there and everything like that. So like the floor is gonna be sealed. I'm gonna have a waterproof base, and then like it's easy just to mop and wash out. And like the subfloor is gonna be waterproof. So if it goes through the cedar, it's gonna hit waterproofing and it's gonna go
Nice.
out, and that's fine. But the walls, the ceiling, everything, like especially you don't want to seal it because you lose the scent. The whole point in cedar is not just the way that it acts to heat, moisture, all that stuff. The whole, it's scent as well. So anytime you bring in chemicals and treat it, you're fucking with the scent, you're fucking with the way it holds heat, and you're fucking with, like just the way it cures in general. Like cedars, like there's a reason there's like totally natural cedar like saunas. There's some that like don't have shit underneath, but I want to have a waterproof subfloor, have cedar on top, and then like I can just, if I wanted to, I could walk in there with a hose and just.
And I'm sorry,
be
Chad.
fine.
How are you heating it again?
It's all natural wood. Well, I mean, not all. Like it's a wood burning stove.
Yeah.
So with
Just one of
lava
them?
rocks. Oh yeah, dude. And the stove that I have, everybody's like, dude, that's too fucking big. But I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like I want my sauna like 150 degrees. So like I'm gonna start off with that. But then what you do is, one, it's gonna be on a granite base, and then it's gonna have granite walls behind it, and then everything else is gonna be cedar. But you want that heat because what you put by it holds heat, and then that radiates. And then if it doesn't get hot enough, then you put a cage and you put a bunch of lava rocks in there. What you do is you get all the heat to like disperse into whatever's around it, and that holds the heat, radiates, and that creates your heat. So it's just a totally all natural heat source. So it's not like a heater. It's not like, even in regular saunas, like there's an electric element or whatever, but you could spray eucalyptus oil, you could spray all this. There's gonna be sage. It's just candlelight. Like I say, this is a spiritual fucking, you know what I mean? You want to come and find, I take you to deep waters.
It's a little
We'll put it,
oasis.
we'll stuff that bitch full of wood, get as hot as we can in there, and see what's up.
It's funny. All those electrical heaters that like In Shape or 24-hour. Back in the day when we couldn't wait for wrestling, we would always,
You say don't pour water.
oh, we there's a sign that says "Do not pour water on the lava rock." But you pour water on it, that wave hits.
It goes
Ooh.
way better. Just boom. That's what
it hits you hard. So every time we'd have our water bottles in there and we'd straight douse the rocks like every 5 minutes. That wave would hit you. You'd drop weight fast.
Oh yeah, well that's what I mean. Like it kind of makes it a steam room for a second. That's what it. Dude, that's what I love. Is like, it's like for me, it's like fuck, dude. I'm getting all the cedar up here, hot burning. Like it's just my thing. I've always wanted it since I was a kid. So it is.
Chad, question for you. So during like hardcore winter months where it's fucking snowing, it's negative fucking whatever it gets down to out there, how fucking difficult is it going to be to bring up to temperature from fucking nothing?
Nothing, bro. It's
Nothing.
nothing. Like literally every house in Elk River during the hardest winters is warmed by a wood stove.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's it. Like you put a magic heater on top, a couple fans. Like I've been in the restaurant only functioned for since its existence on a single wood stove, the size of what I'm putting in my 12-foot by 12-foot sauna. So like, dude, it's gonna be
Yeah.
nothing. Like that's my ideal situation. Is like, dude, I want it to get as cold as possible. I want that. Like we built the dormer. Victoria loves it, but like for me, like I love I love getting to exhaustion. Like I love it. Like sweat as much as you can. Put on a sweatsuit. Get in the heat. Exhaust yourself. Take yourself to the
Like,
deepest waters, and then
take it to
sit in
the
there
edge.
for half an hour.
Take it to the edge.
That's the way I edge, bro. That's my edging. That shit, like, I don't know, because to me, like, then it's cool because you hear Rogan with Dr. Rhonda Patrick and heat proteins and heat shock.
Mm-hmm.
You hear all that, you hear all the science, you go, oh, that's cool. But like, I really don't give a fuck, dude. I know the way it makes me feel. I know the way my body responds. I feel amazing. Like, it just helps me center. It fucking helps get everything out of me. And then, like, it makes everything else easy. Like,
What's
it's
funny,
like,
Chad, is that like going through the school I went to in the Navy and buds and all that kind of stuff where everyone was training all crazy and shit like that. Half the class would be like ice therapy, hardcore every day after training, right? They'd be in there rolling out, icing every day. And I was never an icer. I've never been an icer. To me, icing was only for injuries, not for prevention of injuries, right? I was always about heat. So when people, it was weird. Half the people would be out there icing, ice baths, all this kind of shit, trying to get their body back, and I would go sit in a spa, in a hot
yeah,
tub, and I felt way better. And I was 10 years older than these guys. I
yeah.
came in fresher the next day, and I never rolled out, never did any of that stuff. And a couple of guys were just wondering, they're like, how do you do this? You never ice, you never roll out.
That's
All
pretty
you
cool.
do is like take hot showers. You go sit in the hot tub every hour. And I'm like, yeah, well, active therapy and heat made my body feel better than ice.
And to that point, to be honest, before you ice, you're supposed to get hot. Like
Yeah.
ice, you know what I mean? It's like that's what science says anyway. Shock proteins, like get super hot, get super cold, get super hot, get super cold. But that's what heat keeps you loose. Like you're not gonna, if you work out and then you go just cold and you never get heat again, you're gonna stay pretty fucking stiff,
Yeah.
But
Makes
Yeah.
I
sense.
don't
Well,
know.
that's
But
the thing. They
it's
say
like you
like
say,
the
it's
heat.
what works for you.
Yeah, and they say that heat. If you're like, say you run, which we would run like fucking 20 miles a day, right?
Yeah.
Our fucking legs would be done. But they said if you put heat on it, you'd actually increase the inflammation. But to me, it never did. It just made
Well,
me feel better.
here, you ever heard of a cold stone massage?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, me neither. You
Yeah.
get hot stone massages, and
Yeah,
then right, and they're like, "Oh, hot stone. One stroke with a hot stone is like the equivalent to like 10 strokes of a hand." So, like, okay, obviously, heat treatment works really good. No one's getting like ice massages.
Yeah.
You know,
They, yeah, the only time they do
no.
ice massages is in like physical therapy or something stupid like that.
I
you
never
know,
had ice.
I have sat in ice baths sometimes,
It,
and yeah,
no,
it
I
helped a little bit. But there was, to me, it always kind of pinpointed my injuries more
well,
than
I
helped them.
Well, I only did it after like an extreme sauna and heat session. Like I would go really hot and then I would just shock my body,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's it. That's the only way personally I've ever done it is like
right.
after extreme. And that was like even physical therapy. I would do like my knee surgery. We'd get really hot, we'd have a heating pad and then boom, hit it with the ice. And like
Mm-hmm.
that was, cuz essentially, they say whatever healing comes from shock. So your body sends something. So you get really hot, you get really cold, you get really hot, you get really cold. Like, but yeah, if I was going to choose one, heat all day. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
for
agree.
sure.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
to me, it was always about blood flow. The warm gets your blood flow a little bit thinner, gets it healing your muscles better. Slowing down kind of isolates your injuries. That's how I've always thought. Yeah, it reduces swelling. If swelling's a bad thing, but to me, it was more like get clean blood flowing faster, heal your muscles, feel better. And it worked better for me because I was always feeling better than everyone else in the class. So
There you go.
there you go, brother.
Yoked. I fucking can't wait, bro, until 4th of July. We're on stage and we're playing a show. That's where I'm going right now. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
Live show.
We
4th
can
of
make it
July.
happen. Let's do
I
it.
know. I know. Me and Bobby are gonna play. I don't know if you're gonna be there or not, Dave.
No, Dave said he'll make it happen. He told
That's
me.
what I'm.
I'll make it
hoping.
happen.
Okay,
I'm not playing.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go tough love on this. I learned that once. I apologize, Dave.
No,
You're
what are you
gonna be
talking
there
about?
with
He got
us.
him engaged. What the fuck are you talking about?
That was tough love. Oh,
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Right.
It's only a hop, skip, and a jump away.
That's it, man.
If
Easy
Bobby's
money.
going, fucking, I mean, he's gonna need a partner in crime to fucking roll with him.
I'm gonna pull the rig up there. I'm gonna pull the fifth wheel up there 4th of July. I'm gonna leave it up there till the end of hunting season, and that's gonna be my routine. And that's the way it's gonna be. Okay.
There you go.
I ain't even taking the fifth wheel up. We're just staying in your camp for Bobby.
Okay, that's
I'm setting up a sheep herder's tent, bro, and we'll fucking use your camp for all we can. It was like,
so wait. Are you so? Wait, so you're not gonna set up? You're not gonna set up the whatever you call it, the
Wapiti Wigwam, but
yeah.
no, I don't know, man. I don't give a fuck, dog. I feel like that was a lot of work for nothing, bro.
It's
like,
a lot of work.
I don't,
But
and
your
I don't
dad's
care.
gonna call you a bitch if you don't do it.
He called me a bitch. He called me a bitch when I set it up. All he did is talk shit on me the whole time. I'm like, fuck, dude, ain't no making you happy. So fuck this shit. I'll scrap it, man. I'm gonna come out in a tent.
You know what? Hey, I say we just build a fucking log cabin and make them try to tear it down.
Yeah,
make it so strong they can't tear it down.
They got heavy equipment.
They got big equipment.
Yeah, I'm just,
it's
pretty easy for them.
Down.
But no, I just want to fucking put a sheep herder's tent, man. And I know where I'm going. Like I'm going deep. So going deep.
Do you see? He's not looking at me when he says that. He looked over. He's like, I know where I'm going. I know you're gonna go sit on your stupid fucking hill and wait for the elk to come because they're never gonna get there. And John's gonna sit in his corner because you guys watch too many fucking YouTube videos. But I'm gonna go get the elk.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
that. So predictable.
Chad is very predictable when it comes to shit like that.
He is.
You know what he's thinking. You could just tell. You've been in those situations with the guy.
He's like, I know where the elk's at, and you dumb motherfuckers think you know where the elk's at. I'm gonna go where the elk's at. You're gonna stay on your hill and wait for them to never come.
Hey,
that's what he's saying.
All I'm saying is you guys got your spots.
Yeah, see, I know it.
I don't want to fuck with that, bro. Like this is your fucking area, man.
Yeah. See that laugh? That laugh says it all right there.
I know it does.
No, I swear on.
I'm down to hike. I want to hike back in farther.
I swear on everybody, dude. I would love nothing more like, dude, for me to see you or John or anybody that's with us fucking shoot an elk, bro. That's like I've had so many opportunities. I've blown so much that it is what it is. Like, yeah, I want what I want, but dude, when it comes to that moment, I love anybody to be there, anybody to witness it, anybody to harvest. Like that shit, the whole entire thing makes my dick hard. And we never got that last year, like together. So that was disappointing. And it's haunted me like a fucking little demon in my soul. But I just, I just realized, like, you know what I mean? Like Dave, I'm gonna go where I go, and you guys want to go.
Yeah, I also think this, dude. Like, we didn't really have that much time out there.
No, it was every weekend. It was
every weekend. It's not it. And there was
it show up on Friday night.
Not to mention, I think the rut didn't start till like last week.
It didn't, bro. When the
So
snow hit the snow hit that
yeah.
last day that we had to clean up some stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
then you guys left, and I went out, and that's when it just started. It really did start late, but I mean, it is what it is. But I
But
mean,
here,
I just
honestly and truthfully, like I would, if you wanna backpack in and sheet and sleep out there, I would love that. That'd be
oh,
awesome.
I'm going to like that's like I have one mission in my mind like that I need to find out who I am as a man and a person, and I'm going to go until I tell myself that I quit.
Dave, say goodbye to Chad because he's
Yeah.
not coming back.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm at. I'm like that's it. I've had enough. Like I'm going deep, and I'm going and I'm going, and I'm gonna have some jerky, and it's on me. Like I gotta survive, and that's I'm just gonna look at myself and I'm be like, okay, so you can quit. You can
Do
be
you
a little
want
bitch.
do you want me to hit up Joni for some MREs?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, those are good.
What were the good ones, dude? What was the bomb?
Remember that shortbread cake bars or whatever those were.
Those were the shit. Yeah, the
The
shortbread cake
shortbreads.
bars. What was
The shortbread cookies. That's what they're. Shortbread
the
cookies.
shortbread cookies were the shit, but there was one of the meals that I thought were really good. I can't
There's
remember.
everything but the jalapeno ketchup, whatever the fuck that was.
What the
That
fuck?
shit was, bro. We ate these
Oh
MREs on his back.
god.
Oh.
There was some nasty shit, and then like we ended up just eating these shortcake bars like they were gold, bro.
They were just like pure sugar and flour, and they were amazing.
They were amazing. And then
Amazing.
my dad had told me like a way to cook fish, right? He's like, I'm telling you, bub, you just put some butter and foil, put it on the grill. It's the best fish I ever had. And I'm like, whatever. I got these frying pans, so we try to fry the fish. It's all sticking to the pan. We eat it. It's okay. It is what it is. It's what you got. So then the leftover fish that we didn't cook, we wrapped in the foil and we left on like by the coals to slow cook because we were going to give that to the dogs because we ran out of dog food. Well,
Mm-hmm.
when we opened that, it was the best fish like ever. Like, but it didn't take
Fall
any
off the bone.
effort.
Yeah,
It
that was
didn't
good.
seem like you're a cook or a chef. It seemed so bullshit and shortcut that it was no way gonna taste as good as searing a fish on a pan or all this other bullshit. But it was the best. So me and Bobby were eating that, and then we just fed the dogs a little bit, like what we could, dude. Like, fuck. Jack though would eat like he was eating pine cones. Jack was
Dude,
a
I
survivor,
thought they were
dog.
gonna
He's
get
eating
sick
pine
because
cones.
Yeah.
they were eating. Jack was eating like every single kind of mushroom out there, and I didn't know
Jack
what was
was
edible.
Jack was just eating everything, bro. Ranger was a little snob, and Jack's was like, no, like fuck it, just no.
Like 6 different varieties of mushrooms he ate. I know that, but
Dude. I was so mad because me and Bobby are like, we both got our dogs, and we come to a stream, we cross it. Jack jumps across like nothing. Bobby's like, oh, I love you, Jack. And my little fucking bitch ass dog, he's like, ooh, ooh. And I'm like, Ranger, come on. And he's like, ooh, ooh. And I'm like, I will not go pick you up. You fucking go through that stream. Ooh, ooh. I was so disgusted with my lovely dog. I was like, you little bitch.
it was, dude.
You,
It was like a showdown. Jack basically showed Ranger like everything. Like Jack killed a fucking wild varmint, whatever it was.
yeah.
Like, he hunted it, killed it. We were hiking through the mountains, and we come to like big boulders, and Jack's like jumping from boulder to boulder, and Ranger would not jump. Like,
Nope.
and so Chad was just going. I had to stop Chad. I was like, Chad, like.
He's yelling at me. I look
was like-
back like
I was
100
like,
feet
the
behind
dogs
me.
can't make it over here, man. And he's like, what? What do you mean? And Ranger's like shaking, like he will not jump from rock to rock.
Well, I got so caught up, dude. But like, you got to understand the size of these boulders. Like, I got so caught up in like having fun that like
Yeah.
I didn't even think about the fact that we had dogs. I was just jumping. Bobby was like, chat. And I look back, I'm like, oh shit. Like the dogs, like Ranger fell into a crack and Bobby's pulling him out of the crack. He's like, dude, we can't. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I didn't
like
even think about it.
each
Like,
boulder was like the size of a Volkswagen, like big ass
yeah,
rocks, and the jump was like 3-4 feet to each rock, and we're at like 10,000 feet elevation.
it
You
was.
hold your
yeah.
dog to a high standard, Chad. You were
No,
fucked up.
we took him as deep as it gets into the Sierra Nevadas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly, Jack would survive. Ranger's a bitch. Like he's a city dog. Like so, then, dude. But all through that, the bear, everything, and we're sleeping there. And Jack just like goes in the tent, sleeps with Bobby like nothing. Ranger, the pussy that won't jump a stream, wants to sleep outside, and I'm like, well, you're gonna die if this fucking bear comes into camp because you won't jump a stream. What are you gonna do when a bear comes in? And so I have to like try to sleep, like, and meanwhile we're like, I keep going out, putting a log on the fire, trying to keep the fire going so the bears don't come in. And
All
I'm
right,
like,
let me back up real quick. First thing is like,
we have no flashlights.
Chad looks at me. We have no flashlight. I had little fucking chem lights. I had chem lights, and Chad's like pumped because I had chem lights. Right? Because our flashlights are dead. Like everything's gone.
No light.
I had
Zero.
chem lights, and Chad looks at me. He's like, as he lights the fire, I see this on his face. Like, let's just hope this fire keeps the bear away. Because we're so, dude. Like you have to realize we're so.
We've ate fish. We were fishing, throwing guts everywhere.
We had fish guts everywhere. We had
shortcake MREs, sugar, and fish.
And we just saw one of the biggest black bears we've ever seen. Like this guy was pretty big, right?
Yeah.
And we saw him only about 100 yards from where we're sleeping.
and we're deep, bro. This isn't like a trail. Like, no, we are deep.
This is clearly his home. Like this is where the bear lives. This is his lake. This is his private fishing hole that we just ate all his fucking fish and left all the guts on the shore.
Whatever Jack didn't eat is still there.
Yeah. So we light the fire. I remember I had like my little fucking 9mm cig. I put it underneath my pillow. I'm like, this 9mm is gonna save our life, And Chad lights the fire, and he just looks at me. He's like, "This is all we got, man. This is the only thing that's gonna keep us going." So I remember just as long as the fire was raging, I could sleep. If the fire went out, I was gonna have to sit there with my fucking 9mm all night.
There was some varmint that come to camp. I was like, "You heard that?" I'm like, I think it's like a raccoon or something. He's like, "You sure?" I'm like, I was like, I was just saying, yeah. But I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, there was something scratching around, eating around.
And Jack killed it.
No, bro, there's no flashlight. Like, you ain't gonna. The last thing I want to do is get out of the tent and only firelight and explore and look around like, what is that? Oh, it's the bear. Fuck that, bro. We don't have there's
nothing. It was so dark. Like I felt safer hunting in Idaho with whatever the fuck's out there than that. It was just a weird, eerie feeling being in this little canyon with a big ass bear that you just saw, and knowing that there's nothing else around.
That sucks, man. Where's Chad? Chad's phone died.
Chad's frozen.
Yeah, Chad's phone had to have died.
You see that?
He's gone. He's gone. Yeah, his phone definitely died.
Well,
fuck, Bobby. That was an intense ass story. I mean, fucking. So the bear never fucking came. You guys were all good?
No. Well, so when we saw the bear, the main thing we didn't want to do was the dogs to run after it, because if the dogs saw the bear, they would chase after it.
Yeah.
And so we were about 200 yards up the mountain, and we look down. We see the bear stand up on 2 legs, and we kept the dogs down, and then the bear was stuck on us, and normally bears, when they see humans, they'll run away. This bear was not running away, right?
Yeah.
So I just fired off 2 shots to get it to go, and it ran away. But then we didn't know how far the lake was from there. Chad's back. Yeah, we didn't know how far the lake was from where we saw the bear, but the lake was literally like 100 yards from where we saw the bear. So we didn't go any farther away from this bear. We basically just went down to where he was.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, my phone died.
We thought that.
Yeah. I'm like, I just plugged it in and started up. I was like, God damn it. Yeah.
We're finishing the story. So Bobby fires off 2 warning shots. He fucking sees the bear stand on his hind legs. We're fucking hiding Ranger, hiding Jack. Fucking Bobby fires off the warning shots, and the fucking bear gets scared, right?
Yeah, it ran off. And then we went, basically, like I said, we didn't.
Where's Bobby?
I'm right here.
He's in here.
I can't see him.
But like I was telling Chad, like I was telling Dave, we didn't have very far to go from where we saw the bear.
It was a night.
It was, yeah. So, anyways, it was probably one of the most rewarding.
I can't hear him or nothing, man.
Oh, you can't?
Hang on. Let's try to fix this. I'm gonna kick Chad out.
I thought you were a pro at this, dude.
I am. I've been running a 2-hour podcast live on fucking Facebook.
You just kicked Chad out?
Yeah, he's coming back. We'll get him back in here. Boom.
You hear me, Chad?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Boom.
But like I was saying, that was one of the most rewarding experiences that I've had. Like,
it was the best fucking trip of my life.
To be physically, you had to be physically fit to climb up a mountain with a 165-pound sack on your back.
You're a savage.
Is this the same backpacking trip you guys fucking wore matching fucking t-shirts on? Fucking
No, that was, we knew it was going to be in the 90s, so I said, Chad, what are you going to wear? He said, I don't know, probably white tee. And I said, oh, yeah, that makes sense. You know, like, you don't want to wear anything dark because you're going to get burned, but you want to wear something light so you could, the sun doesn't
reflect away.
So, yeah, we wore white tees. We didn't mean
you guys planned that out. You guys bought those shirts together, fucking tucked them into your fucking side. You guys did it all together.
I did not tuck him in. Maybe I did, but
what I can say is,
although it was the perfect gear, I was perfectly comfortable with what I was wearing. The white tee,
fucking amazing time.
Yeah,
we were well fitted.
Oh man, I wish I could pull up this picture right now because I would pull it up for everybody. They would all fucking have a bunch of Brokeback Mountain jokes.
My first backpacking trip. Me and John had went to Bass Pro and we bought the same pants, we bought the same t-shirt, and we bought the same backpack. That backpack that I went backpacking with, and then we went backpacking in the same exact outfit, like, head to toe. Head to toe.
Yeah.
Daniel was pissed because he's like, "Oh wow,
didn't get the memo."
We're like, "You guys know he did. He just didn't go to Bass Pro with us." So. Whatever.
Yeah, that's something else, man. You guys in your matching fucking hiking outfits.
No, you gotta be. This was a serious trip. It wasn't no.
That was real.
It wasn't fucking like.
So
to the leg. Like
it's 3.5 miles on the Pacific Crest Trail to Noble Lake, and then once you leave Noble Lake, it's 5 miles back in a no man's land. Like this is not like there's no trails, there's no forest trails, anything. Like this was pure. Neither one of us had ever been there. I had heard about my dad going there, looked at it on Google Earth, and then we traversed through a mountain range 3 miles to get to somewhere I'd never been. And then we went
10,000 elevation. Like,
yeah, when you cross Bull Lake, you're right at like 9,900 feet. And then when we went up on those rocks, we were higher than that. And then we realized we had to drop back down. But the whole principle was we're going to a body of water, and bodies of water pool lower. So if we stay high and then eventually follow a mountain stream, all these mountain streams are going to funnel into the body of water we're looking for. It's like basic navigation. So
Yeah.
we stayed high until we could drop low and get to that lake. And that's what we did. So 8+ miles back, we found our destination that neither one of us had ever been to in our lives. Like,
And it was amazing.
there's no way to explain that.
It was
Yeah.
it was a dream. The lake was beautiful. We went from
When we
from
smelled the
Noble Lake.
water,
Noble Lake had no fish in it.
it was
There was no trees. It was dead.
horrible.
It was overfished. Clearly overfished. Like
Yeah.
and there was hikers and all this stuff. No trees. It was just like this alpine lake. We dropped down into Bull Lake after going up to 10, 11,000 feet, going back down, and all of a sudden there's beautiful trees, meadows, an eagle nest, an eagle feather.
Yeah, that's tight.
Fucking the bald eagle fly. We see a bear
Full of this like this ancient breed of fucking trout, alpine trout that's in this lake,
the Hoden.
only in the Sierra Nevadas. I mean, it was just it was magical, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's no like truer. Like, that was the shit. It was the fucking shit. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
when we're out there, all of a sudden we wake up one of the mornings and we hear horses coming in. Right? Remember that?
Yeah.
These guys riding in on horseback, and so we're like looking out, like, what the fuck? And we go talk to them. We talked to them, right?
Yeah. Well, they they came within like 100 yards, and then
and they were like, "Where you guys coming from?" And we're like, "We hiked in." They're like, "What?" They'd
been on horseback from Nevada. Yeah.
Holy shit! And they come across you two.
It was easier to ride in horseback from Nevada than it was to hike down into that thing.
We're pretty positive they were swingers, because this group hikes in and they start hooping and hollering. We're like, what the fuck? And then we're like out there sitting, we're like, hey, and then they're like, you can see them looking like, what the fuck? Like, no way. Like, no. And then like, hey, where you guys going? And we tell them, they're like, and like, they packed all their shit and they left. Like,
that was it, huh?
I feel like they were on horseback. They rode a lot of fucking miles, bro, to get back to this lake to do some nasty shit. And they seen us there.
They were there for maybe 10 minutes.
And they left.
Yeah.
Dude, we heard them hollering first. They start a fire, woo, drinking, and we're like, we just go out to the shore and we're like, what the fuck? And then they see us, they come around within 100 yards, they're like, oh. And they got on their horses.
How many of them were there?
I don't know, like 6, something like that.
I wish John was there to see Chad catch that many fish, though, because it was like Chad's first cast, snags fish. Like every cast we both did.
It was every cast. We stopped fishing because we're like, we don't need more fish.
Yeah. It was every cast. And these were on we're on bait casters or
I was doing that Panther Martin Gold.
Yeah, so it was just lures, and we're just it was amazing.
It was pretty tight.
Fucking Jack snagged my first fish. So like when it comes out of the water and hits the bank, Jack just charges over and just like, what do you know? Dude, Jack is a
he fucking ate anything, huh?
That motherfucker gonna survive wherever he goes. We gut the fish, and then remember when the dogs started fighting over the fish guts?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, Jack. Then I think, yeah, it was just. I feel like the dogs were the most entertaining thing. The funniest thing was when we first got to Noble Lake. We got there like way quicker than we thought, and then we're like, "Fuck, what do we do now?"
So wait. Let's back this up. So you guys hiked this whole fucking big ass fucking terrain with the dogs, the 10,000 feet elevation and all this shit, going back down, all that with the dogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not only
Never
with
on a
that,
leash.
but with all our gear. Like,
No, yeah, that's tough as fuck.
Chad probably had 45, 50 pounds of gear on him. I was
Probably
stupid.
100
I
pounds.
carried like water with me. I had probably,
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
had
gonna lie,
emergency water.
it was probably like 75
Flares.
pounds, 75 pounds of gear
He
on
had
me.
he had so much ammo with him. I'm like, what the fuck,
Yeah, I
dude?
hit ammo too. And we shot it. We shot it all ammo too.
We
It
did.
was
Bobby,
fun.
Bobby goes, I'm like, are you sure you want to shoot this? He's like, I don't want to pack it back. So we spent the morning shooting.
Yeah, just hopefully you don't run into a bear on the way
I
back.
brought I brought like I don't know. Johnny brought me like I don't know how many MREs to bring. So I brought like I don't know, probably like 40 MREs. I'm guessing
Yeah, a lot.
a lot, like
He
boxes and
had
boxes of
he had
you
a
know.
pack and then like this wrap. It was I told him I was like, and he
I had the
never
tent. I had a tent. I had a fishing pole. I had
he never complained once.
guns. You
And
know,
it was the most miserable setup you could ever imagine hiking with.
it
Like
was a it was a normal backpack with a rucksack on top of
which
the backpack.
on the before this, I'm telling him like, hey, John's not going. John has the same pack that I have. He said you could use it. And at least Bobby took the tent. He's like, nah, I don't need the pack. He's like, I'll take the tent though. But I don't need the pack. I got this badass fucking pack from the military. And I'm like, all right, tight. I didn't know. And then I see it and I'm like, bro, that's a backpack. Like,
Was
Yeah,
it that
no,
big ass one that Johnny gave you with all the fucking like you used to carry it around in your truck?
yeah, exactly. It was my ruck. It was a rucksack. It was a rucksack, but only the top portion of a rucksack. So it was just like the little extra extra sack of a rucksack. And then I took my cousin's army backpack, which was just a fucking backpack. It wasn't like a hiking backpack or anything
no,
like. It
it's just
had
a backpack,
it
like
was
for
just a
school.
backpack. So like a school backpack, but army style, right?
Army style. So you know it was bad. You know
Oh
it
man,
was bad.
it was looking back now. It was so bad. I didn't have any back support, nothing like no rigid. It didn't have a
I
rigid frame, nothing like that. No
when
rigid
we
frame.
start when we leave the truck, all I'm thinking is like, motherfucker. I'm like, I was like, I'm gonna have to fucking like. There's no. I was just like, not saying is gonna be weak or nothing. I'm like, there's no way he's gonna last with all that stuff in that pack. Like, he's gonna have to put it all in mine because my pack is like, it's a
Designed
really
for
good.
it.
It's designed for it. It's a really good pack. You can shift the weight to your hips, to your back. You know, it's a real backpacking pack. Like, and my pack is like a 70-pound pack, and I maybe had like 45 pounds in it. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to pack all this shit. Dude, he would stop and adjust, never complain,
That's the worst, man.
just fucking toughed it out like a motherfucker. And I remember his shoulders were just fucking like raw, dude. It was fun. Like,
And the worst part about it was when we were coming out after we left Noble. We stayed low, following the creek up, which was that creek was so fucking cool. Like we look over to our right, we see this big giant peak of a mountain, and we're walking through this meadow with a clean ass river. I mean that I love that fucking area down there. But
badass.
then
But I told Bobby, I said, look, we don't want to stay low. He's like, no,
yeah
we'll just follow the deer trail. I said, I'm telling you right now, we're gonna fucking pay for it if we stay low.
yeah. Well, we did. We stayed low, and then we had to fucking hike up like 2,000 feet.
Oh shit.
Straight. Well, it's like
Straight up.
straight up a cliff wall. Like
Yeah,
just we would have been gradually climbing,
yeah,
pretty much like the way we came down, but we come into this. The bottom of this cliff wall is like it looks like all cabbage. It's just pure marsh and water and Now you got to like get over it to just start the ascent.
Mhm.
And it was like, dude, we fucking like,
It
was a fucking bitch, dude.
I was
Getting out of that
Oh,
I
I
was
motherfucker.
bet.
hustling. Like I can't remember a time I've given that much as like that was probably as much as I've given in any other circumstance going through any training
Well,
ever.
well,
Went up
like
that fucking hill,
you're
that
going.
mountain.
I mean, it's so steep too. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
like
you
we drop shit. Like remember we drop stuff here, just roll down hundreds of feet. If
You're just
one
like,
the
of
fuck
us
it.
compass
one of
that
us
one.
slipped, we would just fall down the whole way.
So you couldn't really like stop and relax. It
We
was
had to
Yeah.
like,
grab onto trees to hold us up.
Oh
Remember that?
my
We had to grab.
God. You guys don't plan shit out.
No, it was
no,
bad. And so I'm like on my hands and knees crawling up how many thousand feet to get to the top of this mountain so we could get over the pass.
and it's so steep that you can't like. It's steep and thick, so you don't really have a sense of direction. You just know, well, I'm just gonna go as high as I can,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
and then
And the amount of pine needles that were so thick you couldn't get a foot in, so you're just like slipping on
yeah,
pine needles. And so yeah.
yeah,
So how'd you guys make it up it? I mean, you guys just
just
fucking kept
climb.
going, just kept going,
It
huh?
And
was
then
like
when we
it
get
was like a couple hours of just straight
well,
climbing.
and then we'd get to like a flat, and then think we're there, and like, nope, nope. And we lose the dogs for one point. Some deers go like
The
run
dogs
off.
are making it up there too. Like,
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah.
So then we get to a flat and we're hiking for a while, and then like some deers run by and the dogs just take off, and we're like yelling and yelling and yelling, and all I'm thinking is Victoria's never gonna forgive me because our dog is gone. Like he
You
gone.
couldn't hear a thing. You couldn't hear a thing. He was
Couldn't
just
hear a
silent as
thing. And then finally, like, I don't know how long it was, seemed like forever. All of a sudden, they come in just dragging ass, bro. I don't know how long they chased those fucking deer, but they went a long fucking ways, dude. Because we seen them like clear a spot, tired as fuck. And like when they seen us, they stopped running and then they just like slowly walked until they got to us, just dead as fuck.
your
Like,
dogs are fucking wild animals. They're fucking wolves. Like, I don't expect nothing less from two fucking dogs like you guys had.
they did so good.
they
Yeah,
did. I just got a text
that's
from
fucking
Victoria. She
amazing.
said, "Honey, are you okay?"
We've been officially podcasting for like almost 3 hours
Oh wow!
live on Facebook. So,
All right. Well, my phone is dead. I do got to go inside.
yep, let's wrap this up. Thank you to our sponsors, Retro Grappler, Monroy's Original Hot Sauce, and Calaveras River Farms. Go check them out on Instagram, Facebook, and give them a like, give them a thumbs up, and order some great grass-fed beef.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're talking about. We're gonna set up a giveaway too. Calaveras Rivers Farm. You're gonna get a hat and a T-shirt. Hit us up. We'll put out the details. And fucking A, man. Thank you guys.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Bobby, thank you for being on the show. It
Thank you,
was a
Bobby.
pleasure
Happy
and an
man.
fucking
honor.
birthday, brother.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah, you still got 15 minutes of your birthday left,
Hey,
brother.
good birthday gift and talk to my buddies. So
Yeah.
love you guys.
Love
You
brother.
better go in there and edge one out.
I'm gonna keep edging. They're probably asleep.
All right, you guys, this is Sinner and the Saint, and we are out.